What's up, guys? Nice to see you guys are in the chat. That's awesome. We're going to get these guys a little bit of a chance to hit some balls. Probably about 15 minutes. Um, it's been rainy. Traffic is a little backed up. People are can be a little worked up when they show up. We don't want that to transfer to their play. So we'll give them a few minutes to hit some balls. And yeah, and then we'll get started around 7:15. So there you go.
I like that it's raining. Makes it even better, man. What's that? I like that it's raining. It makes it even better.
It is. It's kind of relaxing.
Yeah.
Do an alternating break. Early set's okay.
Okay.
No other deviations of rules.
Nope. Cool.
How's those player sheets coming along? Are we good
I think I'm
over
done with
here?
mine. Yeah.
Fabulous. And how
How
are
you
you
feeling with the pod?
doing?
It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really enjoy it.
Yeah. It's very soft.
Mm-hmm.
It's a
It's
nice.
real
It's
easy
nice.
on the eyes.
Yep.
Well, it's just really nice because we were having problems with cameras trying to render that blue cloth, so the balls would sometimes like make them like slightly out of focus. You know what I'm saying? It was just
The royal
taking
blue,
so much
tournament blue is
to
probably not as bad.
render that color.
The royal blue,
Royal blue.
you know, it was like the
That we
color
were
of that
having a
light,
lot
you
more
know.
camera problems
And blue is
than
such a
we
high
are
energy
now.
color. The
Of the
camera,
cameras just like freezing and that
yeah,
kind of shit is
Oh,
because
that's
they
how
were
your
working
cable
so
looks
fucking
great.
hard.
It looks good.
But
yeah.
now I mean, minus we found out that broadcasting in
good. Same here, dude. I just like rain. Rain is just. I came from hot weather.
Oh yeah, so
Tropical
it's
weather.
hot and humid, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
10 times worse than Florida or something like that, right?
Mhm.
Sounds good. We'll give you a pound here shortly.
Cool.
Oh, you want to like now?
Are we doing a lot pound or
Oh, sorry.
any fry?
You want to do it? Yeah.
I don't care whichever one.
We can like right now and then set up.
Yeah. You want to lag when they pound? That way they can.
Yeah, sure. You have a coin? You don't have a coin?
I don't have a phone.
Okay, we can just lag.
We.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to a Saturday night here at PNW Pool Thing. Tonight is the 60th Who's the Dominant Beast match that we have had.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to PNW Pool Thing. We have an awesome match with 2 new players tonight.
Right?
We are playing 10 ball. We have a race to 11. We got some serious cheddar on the line. And
Mark Minano and Victor Delaney. Both these guys, really nice guys. Wonderful to meet both of them, and I'm excited to see how this match goes because it seems like they have differing styles, right?
well, we're about to find out. So, why don't you give them a pound on the wall? Let them know we are ready. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Apologies about the slight rain delay.
Yeah, well, sometimes traffic builds up, just give everybody a chance to settle in and get ready for your nice match.
I heard there might have also been some kind of serious announcement happening at 7, but we'll have to check in on that later.
Right.
So,
Let's
here we
enjoy
go.
some pool. Have a great time doing it.
Boom. We're lagging. Ooh.
Wow.
Ooh. So close. Looks like Victor gets it. Okay, we are doing alternating break tonight. Early 10s, A-OK. Obviously, as long as it's called.
Yep.
And,
10 ball is an on-purpose game.
yep, and alternating break. So, here we go.
Travis in the chat. What's up, Travis?
Yep. What's going on this rainy Saturday? I'm loving it.
Well, it's been kind of a dry June, so not the June I remember in the Pacific Northwest.
You've been
Summer
here
already
like 2 Junes.
Well, I know, but like 15 years ago, it seemed like June was a really rainy month.
Traditionally, it is.
But it's been dry as a bone until the last couple of days, so bring on the rain. Bring on your 10 ball break.
Here we go. Victor's break.
Look at that cue ball in the middle of the table.
Oh, it just got kicked by
Right. Well, that's unfortunate. I mean, if you're not going to sink a ball in the break.
and you don't have a look at the one, so this looks like a push situation.
So, let's see. Might just go down and lay it on the bottom short rail by the 10. He's going for it? No. Well, let's see. I'm trying to think. I think that turquoise 7 ball is in the way for a 2-rail kick at this one if he were to try and just go for it now. He's jumping. And can't really blame
Right
him.
off the bat, first friggin' shot. Let's go. Woo!
I think he needed to elevate just a little bit more to get over the 3 ball.
Is he rocking a hot pink glove?
He is.
Oh, Mark.
I know. I love it.
I'm into it too.
Yeah, we just had a really good time talking with Mark about the fact that he has kind of grown up in the Philippines playing pool, which after watching him hit a few balls, I was like, man, he hits the balls like kind of has a Filipino style. And sure enough, he's from Vintar, Philippines.
Yep. Mark said he came over when he was about 11.
Wow.
And he started playing pool
He was about
because
6
with
or
his
7.
dad because of Efren Reyes,
Yeah.
the hero of the Philippines.
Yeah. I love that.
So so cool. But we'll get into that a little bit more here in just a minute. Oh, whoa.
Whoa.
Wait a minute. They lost the cue ball.
Oh, I think it may have gone under the mini fridge or something.
So at the bottom of this short rail on the left-hand side, there's a little cabinet that has a mini fridge if you haven't been here before. And yep, looks like it rolled under there. Jumped it right under the mini fridge. Okay, here we go.
They figured it out.
Victor starts with a ball in hand.
Yeah, it looks like he wants to be kind of center table on this 2 ball, just judging by the layout where he's got to go from the 3 to the 4 after that. And he's gotten past the 4.
Nice.
Yes, Chris Law in the chat. You do need to come play a matchup here.
Yeah, get on up here, buddy. We'd love to have you.
Okay, so let's see. He's going to have some cue ball travel here because he's a little steep on this 2 ball.
Nice cut.
Really?
Using the 4.
Really managed his cue ball there, didn't he?
Yeah, sure did.
Love it.
I'm really excited about this Fargo range because, these are up-and-coming guys.
Mm-hmm.
These are guys
For
to
sure.
be watching out for.
Right.
Both have a serious commitment to their game and getting better.
Yeah, I was looking at the photos that we used in the promo for it. I was like, oh, both these guys look like a couple of straight killers. Like,
Ooh.
I don't want to run into either one of them in a dark alley. And then
What?
and then you meet them, and they're just the nicest guys
If there's
ever,
a
But
pool table in a dark alley.
right. Come on in and hit a ball. But yeah, you can just see the look in their eyes in those player photos. They're determined people. So.
Well, I'm really excited. And, we love seeing some new faces around here, too.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Oh, very
cheers
nice.
to these guys for putting themselves out there and getting on the stream.
That was a real nice shot on that 5 to get on the 6.
We're really happy to have them.
And,
All right. Okay, 6 to the 7.
Yeah,
That's
6
gonna
to
be
7.
tricky.
He's gonna try and get there in that upper left-hand quadrant of the table. Done a great job.
Oh, and he does.
Right.
Nice.
Yeah, that was excellent. Maintain enough angle on the 7, so it won't be too hard to get back to center table area for a shot on the 8. And yeah, with these 4 balls, this is the trickiest shot here, is this position on the 8.
Mm-hmm.
Fortunately, it's connect the dots from there. Can hit the 9 and roll forward for the 10.
Yep.
So this is the leave that matters. And I think he knew that.
Oh,
And
he
that
just got
kinda-
it on the
kinda-
pro side.
Yeah, pulled up, put the brakes on a little bit on the stroke and the follow through there and just kind of decelerated enough that it changed the shot.
Okay, Mark takes the table with 4 balls on it.
Yeah, and the camera is just like, whoa. It's a bright glove you got, Mark. I love it.
Yeah, is it pink or is it red? Hard to tell.
It's fluorescent pink.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Looks like he overrolled that just a tad. Victim to the new cloth.
All right. Well, we'll see here. So,
Yeah, he's got to cut this ball.
yeah, but we'll see what his style tends to do with this ball. He's winding up like he's going to spin it quite a bit. So let's see where he goes. All right. He did a great job.
That was really nice.
I think he was probably trying to hold that cue ball a little bit more than it held up. I think he was just a victim of the slippery cloth on the rail.
Okay, he's got to go really low here to hold this cue ball on the right side of the table. Oh, and he does, but he doesn't make the shot.
Well, his position on the 10 would have been
Okay, this
difficult.
should be a 1-2 out for Victor. The thing Mark has going for him is like, yeah, first game jitters.
Mm-hmm.
You missed that 9, but it's going right back to your break. So,
Very true.
okay. Victor draws first blood. A nice room.
I know it's sunset in the eagle territory, and we got 2 fledgling eagles in the nest, observing the landscape during the sunset.
Yeah, looks like a nice clear day down there in Big Bear, California. Here in the Pacific Northwest,
Oh, it's delightfully rainy.
delightfully.
Well, it's been dry June.
Yeah. We need this rain. Okay.
Right. Look how well the 4-wheeler on the 2-ball just went
Yeah, that was
directly
nice.
into the pocket.
Ba-bam.
Yeah. However, as nice as that was, this shot on the 1 to get on the 3 is tricky.
Yeah, I'm not loving it
Judy,
because you only got so much of that cue ball to work with. It's definitely going to be rolling. It looks like he might be taking it in the side and using that 9 ball to hold the cue ball. I love that.
Well, I like the idea myself.
I like that shot.
I think he was jacking up at it like he might just try and draw it back. There is a shot here. You can use like a dart jump style stroke to draw it back out when you're stuck on the rail.
Oh. And he would have been able to see it. Okay.
JD Fisher in the chat. Yes, I did get a chance to look at the match request you sent me in my email. I will get to that when it is match scheduling time.
Which is usually...
Yeah.
We try to sit down on Mondays and go through everything.
Oh, it was
So,
a little too full.
We'll keep you posted.
Yes.
we'll get back
I
to you
did
soon.
see it.
Okay,
It is
so
on my radar.
what, you bank this 3?
Well, banking the 3 to the right is problematic because of the 9.
Go to the right? No, you bank it down.
Well, yes, absolutely. However,
I mean,
what is the
players
cue ball
right, I
gonna
guess.
do?
From our view, bank to the left.
Right. That's what I'm saying. If you bank it left side, yes, that's the way you do it. But the cue ball is going to the right side of the table. So, see how he pulls it off. He puts some inside spin on that to check the cue
Beautiful
ball.
bank.
Lovely.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a real nice shot.
Yeah, is he going to be running into this 8 on this
Mark's
shot?
at the table, so Victor didn't call it.
Oh.
He wasn't expecting to make that. He might have been trying to play a safe.
Oh, man.
Mm-hmm.
I am gagged right now.
My flabbers are gasted. All right.
What part of the body is flabbers on, I wonder?
These days, the whole thing. Let's see.
Okay.
That was a real beautiful shot. I think his best chance is just to kind of hold it there and take the cut on the 6. Looks a little flat. Or just draw it back.
I was just going to say, just use draw.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh.
See, that's the problem.
Another
though.
fell victim to that new cloth.
Well, see,
You get a lot of action on that draw shot
Well,
on new cloth, man.
that's problematic because you're crossing the shot line on the 6. So your speed has to be absolutely flawless. And that was a great decision. Okay. As always, kicking at a ball that's not close to a rail. It's a small ball. but only 2 diamonds away. Expect him to hit it. I guess the question is, how does it finish? And it finishes with a great shot for Mark.
And now look where that 7 ball is. So that cue has got to travel.
Well, let's see. This is a great opportunity to see that nice Filipino stroke with spin on it. Let's see how Mark does with it. There we go.
He's got an angle.
Thought there was a chance he might draw it back with outside and go 3 rails into position, but he wisely understood that it was possible to run into the 8.
Nice cut.
Yeah.
Traveled a little far, but still right on line.
All right. So
Oh,
here's
great.
one thing I've noticed about the way Mark shoots.
Ooh.
Oof, okay, that's going to spot up, and Victor's going to have the option. It'd be silly for him to not take the 8. Oh, we got some Mike D in the chat.
Or possibly Paul Marquez. Paul Marquez, you bet against a fellow Filipino?
Nah, that's Mike D all day. Done a nice job here. He's just got to roll forward a bit for good shape on the 10 in the upper right. And Victor might have 2 on the board.
Nice. I like that little roll forward. Gets a better angle.
Mm-hmm.
Less of a cut. Just
Wow. Let us know in the chat how the video stream is doing, because
Yeah.
I'm showing a lot of dropped frames. Interestingly, that could be just due to the weather.
it is pretty stormy. So, you know. Here at P&W Pool Thing, aka our home, everything is hardwired on the internet though. So for the least amount of F-ups possible,
Mm-hmm.
nothing's
Yeah.
on the Wi-Fi. All of our cameras are hardwired, but
Right. No, it is interesting. So normally I don't see that. We have a lot of matches where that little statistics always says 0 dropped frames, but it's saying we're dropping a quarter of the frames. So 30 frames per second. That's,
not our frames. All right, here we go.
All right.
Back to Victor's break. He's up 2. Marcus had some opportunity.
Wow. Well, he's got an opportunity here to play a nice push-out shot.
Yes. Don't jump this. He knows better.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I like it.
Victor would be what? Well, what he's done here is said, let's see your jumping ability, Victor.
Oh, let's go again.
It's
That first jump shot, like you're getting warmed up. Let's see your second.
yeah, and interestingly, it was Mark jumping over the 3 ball at the 1 ball that first game where the ball went under the mini fridge.
Oh, no. Victor's jumping it.
Yeah.
Ooh. Solid hit, though.
Yeah, and a great jump. He got some good action on the cue ball, too, after the jump, which was always going to be important when trying to get shape on the 2.
Okay.
So-
He's got an angle. I mean,
Yeah,
This is a makeable shot.
I expect him to try and throw it, and he did that. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Don't like where that 4 ball ended up.
Yeah. So
That was 2 hand flips in a row.
So, like we were talking about, him playing in the Philippines, where it's humid, sticky, hot, you're playing outdoors. What's going to happen is your spin is going to grab on the ball. You're going to be able to use that spin to throw the ball a little bit more.
Ooh, he could break
So
the
he's-
4 out
he's-
right here with this 3 ball shot if he
Sure
takes it to the
could.
bottom left.
Well, I wouldn't blame him for sizing this up a little bit because there might be a good safe opportunity here rather than going aggressive because running into the 4, not sure how it's going to turn out. But what he has done is left Victor with a little bit of a head scratcher here. Does he go for the jump again? Because if so, what might happen after that? You could possibly.
Oh,
be
he's
hooked on
going
the
for
ball.
it.
Okay. Going 3-dimensional. The terrific Jason Moore joins us in the chat. What's up, Jason?
And Anthony, Jojo, thanks everybody. Bernard, JD, thanks everybody for tuning in.
Okay. So he's made successful contact. Where that 3-ball rolled, he does have a shot, but at close range like this, to roll that cue ball forward to the center of the table to get on the 4.
That's going to be tricky.
Yep. It is going to change the ease with which he can pocket the ball. Let's see how he handles it. Yep. You can see the twisty dance the cue ball was doing. Yeah, he tried to manipulate it quite a bit to get shape on that 4, and it definitely interfered with his accuracy.
That's a tough shot, though.
It is, oh, for sure.
So don't hate where that ended up. That's no gimme.
Yeah, I think there's he can bank it to the other end of the table with some inside spin, and let's see, he might be able to get the cue ball to tuck up behind some of this mess over here.
Certainly looks like that's what he's going for.
Ooh.
And
Man, to tuck up
Almost.
right behind that 4-9
yeah,
would be super
that would have
special.
been dirty. Unfortunately, didn't quite get there, but like the idea, like what you're going for. Oh, look at that bank.
Yes, but is he going to get a
Get
look
there,
past
get there. Or
See,
he
he was-
overrolled, he was pointing.
I love it when players do that, to be like, here's where I was going.
No, you're a bad ball. You're supposed to stop there.
That's part of it, yeah. Why
Okay.
didn't you do what I said?
Oh.
Well, that was a nice kick.
Hungry pockets.
But he tikied the cue ball off that 4-ball right in the pocket.
Yep, that was the spot. Come off that rail and leave yourself shape for that 5. Boom. Nailed
That'll
it.
work. Probably came out. I would think he's going for the 5 in the side initially, but if you're going to come up short, he came up short enough to get a good shot in the lower left-hand corner.
Yeah, the problem with that shot is that there's a really good chance you're going to run into that 6, and it can push it into the rail, and then, ooh. Nope, he's going for the side.
Oh,
Coming
look at
around.
that.
Ooh,
Wow.
that worked out real nice.
How can you not love his decision-making and outcome there?
Yeah.
He really made a good decision there.
Nice rolling. Got shape on the 7.
Okay. this position he gets here off the 7 to the 8. All right. Not sure if he was trying to hold it for the side or go forward enough to play it in the lower right-hand corner. But regardless, he's got a bank on this 8. And this is where, if he doesn't execute this well and gets marked to the table with a
With where
shot.
the cue ball is and where the 8 is and how the bank is, you got to, you
flawless.
center ball and kill it just like that.
Yep. Did a fantastic job making that ball. And, okay, we'll see what's going to happen here. Because being down 3-0. Don't want to go too many games past that without getting your own number on the board, right?
Yeah, well, it's if Marcus gets a chance to shoot again.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Getting interesting now on this 10. He's going to cut it. It's just an
Is he?
all the way across the table.
I don't like this cut because you're losing your cue ball. For one, if he tries to use some outside spin on it at this speed, there's a 2-rail scratch he's got to watch out for. He's gone lower on the ball. Oh, he went for a bank. Okay, he's left a...
Didn't get on the rail.
He's left a real good opportunity for Mark here to get on the board.
He sure has. And
Mooney got it.
Mark's on the board.
One thing I've noticed with Mark is a lot of times on a lot of his shots, he kind of pops up. Jumps up on shots.
No. It's the Filipino style. They're animated.
Right.
And I love it. Oh, yeah, that sunset is looking real nice over there.
Yeah.
With an eagle in the tree. Cool. All right. Back to Mark's break. We got a score of 2-1. Victor's in the lead.
The turquoise 6. No, the turquoise 7, the gray 6.
Oh.
Purple 4. None of them want to go down. And Victor's got a shot on the 1. And I believe he can make this without fouling. And it can come back a little bit for a good look at the 2. And everything's wide open. Going from the 5 to the gray 6 might be problematic because his best shot on the gray 6 is in this bottom side pocket. And as you can see, that gray or the orange 5 is on the left end of the table. So he's going to have to move his cue ball quite a bit for that.
It's the 6. That's going to be the tricky one.
Yep. 5 to the 6. But if you can do that.
This is a pretty wide open rack.
And the 7 to the 8 could be a little problematic as well. So there's a storm on the horizon.
Just like the last 2 days. In so many ways. All right. Here he goes. Looking good.
Yep, this 4, the angle he leaves for the 5 is really going to determine how he goes from the 5 to the 6. So he might just kind of stop it there to preserve that angle to go 2 or 3 rails to get back for the 6. Okay.
This is the shot we've all been waiting for.
Yep. Yeah, I think his best bet is to low outside and swing around the table for a look at the 6 on the bottom side. 1 rail in between the 10 and the 8.
It's got to go in the bottom side, man. Like, where else is it going? Unless you, like, try that combo or something.
Okay, so yeah, he was trying to go 1 rail in between the 10 and the 8. Not a bad move, and this isn't too bad either with the bank shot.
No, you can make this bank shot. I like this bank shot. just need to make sure you leave your cue ball with a shot on that 7, man. Don't get hooked behind the 10. Nice.
All right. Great bank, but making this shot and get shape on the 8 is going to be
Yep.
a tester. You know what I mean?
I'm going to say, unless he just banks it back into the side again.
Yeah, like to make the 7 more makeable, trying to leave the cue ball somewhat there for a bank on the 8 might be the way to play it.
Nice. Okay.
But not if you can shoot like that. Just don't get stuck behind the 10. Wow.
No. This is tricky. This is tricky. It's like he's got some angle on it, but
You got to be able to cut this pretty thin to make it. So
is it even cuttable? Does he have the angle to even cut it? I think he's going to have to bank it.
Well, he might.
Or you use a buttload of English.
Well, he might try and swerve it just a hair, put some real strong left-hand spin on it.
Right?
And jack up just
But that's what I'm saying. You're going to have
hair.
to use extreme English to make this cut.
If the 10 moves on this shot, we will know he was a little too close.
I'd probably go for the bank. But I'm not talented enough
Does
to.
bank roll.
What? Oh, and then he overcut it, so he had way more angle than I thought. Sometimes, it's a little deceiving of how much angle you got.
Well, he hasn't left mark.
A great shot.
Yeah. Unless this is Mark's favorite shot, and we're about to find out.
He's looking. Does it go past that 9? That 8 is off the rail a little bit. It's not on the rail, or he could ride that thing all the way past that 9.
Well, he's got a
Being
pretty
it
good.
just off the rail makes it a little trickier.
He's got a nice safe opportunity here.
Yep.
That's one thing he could do. He had a shot to bank the 8 on the bottom of the short rail and hide behind the 10 as well.
Okay, let's see what Victor does here. And while we're speculating,
Right.
let's get to know Victor a little bit. Victor Delaney. He's from Eugene, Oregon. Came on up here, braved all the thunderstorms up the I-5 corridor. Can you believe this dude has only been playing for 4 years?
Wow.
And he started playing at the table stable. And you know the usual suspects that hang out down there.
Wow.
Oh, nice shot. Oh, and a scratch. That was a nice bank, though, dude.
Yeah, that was a good example of the outside spin not biting on the rail as much as it might on a dirtier a table with older cloth.
Yeah. Yeah, the usual characters down there at the table stable. You know them. Joel Peck,
Yeah.
Summerfield, Sheldon LeBeau.
Yeah, if you want
Playing
to play
shirtless.
some shirtless summer pool, go down to this table stable. Here we go. Tying it up. Nice. Eagle sunset.
Okay, and Victor says, like, favorite pool halls are Classics, Sam's, and Silver Star.
Oh.
Love, love, love.
Oh, Joel Peck in the chat says Victor is definitely a shirtless warrior.
Yeah, he was telling us that he played a shirtless match against you, Joel Peck. Also, what's up?
Yeah.
Tell your lovely lady Toby that I said hello.
Do you know I've had probably like 4 or 5 instances or more where I'm like, oh, I got to message them and tell them how much it was great to see them. But, so busy. So anyway, I had that thought. Oh, what a nice solid break. Very symmetrical.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing went down, though.
All right. Not a great look on that one.
No.
So Victor lives here now, up here. We're streaming from Vancouver, Washington, which is the southernmost city in Washington. Is that true? We're within 1 mile of the border.
I can't think of us. Oh, that's...
Oh, whoa.
Oh.
I was going to say, that's so dirty.
And that was a well-deserved and well-earned hand flip.
Yep, sure was.
Because it was like,
Mark
oh,
it.
man, you hit it so thin. Cut the paper off that ball. And rattled the pocket of what it would have been a hung-up thing. That would have been fun. Ooh, it's all right. Let's see how he gets on this 2 and what the turquoise 7 is going to do to interfere.
Mm-hmm.
I think he got a real good angle on this. All right. From the looks of it,
Okay, he's
Victor
looking.
has a what seems to be a pretty premeditated pre-shot routine, which you always
Yeah.
like to see.
Exactly. I'm scanning
Let's see,
his
let's see.
player sheet, and
Yep, he's adjusting his feet. He's lining up.
he has
He's
taken
stepping
some
into it.
lessons.
Oh yeah. From
He,
whom? Russell Cleary.
Glenn Atwill.
Yeah, Tyler Steyer. Okay.
He took a lesson from Tyler Steyer.
Well, Tyler's
Friggin'
like
cool.
poster child for strong fundamentals, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Right. Okay.
Very
so,
cool.
Yeah,
And
that
also-
explains a lot. How we noticed right away that he's got a solid pre-shot routine.
Also, one of his favorite players,
Yeah.
that Tyler Steyer.
I remember seeing Tyler Steyer play. He came to Phoenix to play like the Spring Classic or something, and he came with another Canadian player from the East Side. Anyway, and I was like, wow, Tyler Steyer's just so textbook with the fundamentals.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
In the what do you like to do outside of pool? Victor
Eric
says,
Horlifson, that's what he came with.
oh, he likes being by the water, golf, and spending time with his friends and family. And he wants to give a shout out to Sheldon LeBeau for all the Q work he's done, Joel Peck for being his cool self, and Summerfield for being awesome. So,
Well, those are a
shout
couple
outs.
of awesome dudes. I'll give a
All-
shout out to those dudes too.
yeah, I would say all three cool dudes.
Oh, that's too
Ooh.
bad that he missed that shot.
Oh, and he would have had a shot on 7.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunate. Okay, Mark
Wow.
with opportunity.
Oh, he's got some Jordan 1s also. And he's wearing a Jordan t-shirt. He does like to play basketball.
And he's wearing a Jordan's wife glove. Are we sure that that's hot pink? Because in this view, it looks like red.
No,
He didn't have it on before he shut the door in there, so I don't actually know what color
It's hot
it
pink.
is in real life with my own eyeballs.
Look at that.
Oh, it's hot pink.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's see. He's got a nice cut on this 6. He's going to disturb them balls. Disturb that ball. Oh.
Ooh.
Well, if he can make the 7 in the top left, he's got an 8-10 combo.
You gotta make the 7.
It's
You
real-
can't give him
Yeah,
a
his-
shot on the 7 to
Even
make
if he
that
doesn't-
8-10 combo.
Even if the 9 is slightly in the way, I bet he's going to try and twist it a little bit. Which is going to make it a little bit difficult because he's probably not going to try and follow it too much at the same time if that's the case.
Mm-hmm.
So he might have a carom off the 8 into the 10.
What a freaking shot!
Dang. That
Snaps.
was beautiful.
That's what you get for that.
It's like he pulled a rabbit out of the hat I wasn't looking at.
Surprise! It's a jackalope.
Oh, a jackalope would be way easier to pull out of a hat than a standard rabbit because it's got two handles coming out
Yeah,
of its
but then
skull.
you gotta fit those horns. Or
Well, no, it's
those,
magic.
The
It's
antlers.
magic.
Oh.
You don't have to fit
All
anything.
right, all right. I don't know anything about magic.
Yeah, actually, a top hat is like inside. It's like the size of a small apartment.
Okay, well they're not completely in line.
Yep. He might go 8 into the rail,
I-
then into the 10.
Or you go rail first. What?
Or he might just try and cut the 8 a little wide.
He called it in the side.
Did he?
Yeah.
Wow. And then he does the Efren head scratch.
Well, he did talk about Efren
Oh,
being quite an inspiration in his.
Oh, the reason both he and his father started playing. So, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Victor could go back up. 3 balls to make.
Yeah, this is...
You're gonna have to put some mustard on this because you need to use that left-hand rail, the short rail,
Yeah. I think you can...
to come back down on this 9.
He can cut it in that upper left-hand corner and follow and miss
Oh,
the scratch.
okay.
But it's so close that you gotta like do really gotta question yourself because
Who am I? What am I doing?
how do you play this game now?
And I'm like, that's what it sounds like. My
Oh,
inner
look at
monologue
that.
every day.
Look how perfect he got on this 9. Yeah, see, he was concerned enough about the scratch in the bottom left enough that he made a different decision, and
That
it
was-
worked out so well.
Freaking excellent. And I think I said excellent, but you know what I meant. Nice roll forward.
Boing.
Great position. Good night. On that game.
Well, the 10 ball.
Okay. Back to Mark's break, and let's get to know Mark a little bit. Tell me some fun facts about Mark.
Well, he wants to make a shout out to his wife and his 4 kids.
Oh, daddy of 4. I bet that's a wild household.
Yeah. Jeez, 4. It's a small army. I like it. He plays basketball. Hence
Hoops it up.
Yep. Yeah. Playing basketball with his family. He really enjoys that.
Yeah, that's cool.
He has a Brunswick 9-footer at home. Never taken
Ooh.
any lessons before. All right.
Ooh, and that is a dry break.
A dry break with no clear look at the 1, so...
Yeah,
Let's
I would
see.
say not terrible.
So, okay. Is he calling this lower corner? Is he going to go kick at it rather than roll out?
Interesting. No, he's going to jump it.
He's going to kick it into the sky.
Hiya! Nice hit.
Well, although he did hit it, he's giving an opening for Mark here.
He sure has. Well, thanks everybody again for joining us tonight on this nice, dreary, rainy Saturday night here in the Pacific Northwest.
It was a dark and stormy night, and the 1 ball hung up in the corner.
Oh. Lightning crashes. make sure
No,
that you.
he's got no other choice to go to the left and back down to the right on the long rail kick,
Yeah, he's got to go long rail.
Or
You can't get
kick with
there
the short rail.
anyway.
and then hope. I mean, he's got to decide: do you hit the long rail, then the one?
But
Oh,
oh no!
there is early 10
Look
balls too.
what has happened here. He pushed that 2 in line.
Yeah, Mark's already sizing up the 210 combo.
Full real. I would be 2
I mean, this is
because
all
if we're
about.
playing early 10s. I'm going for that early 10.
This is all
Okay.
about how well the cue ball comes off the one.
I know. You gotta be so soft. So soft.
Oh, he did a great
And he
job.
did it.
I think that might be the ideal angle, or it might be ideal to be too comfortable with the shot and still miss it.
Woof. No
It's one of
pressure.
those things like you don't want the 10 hanging, rattling, and sticking in this pocket. And the 2 isn't going too far because it's pretty flat on it. I would try and leave the cue ball on the short rail right here just in case.
Nails it.
Flawless.
And that is one early 10 for Mark.
And it's tied up again.
Oh my goodness.
And there's an eagle.
Checking it out.
Surveying the landscape.
We'll survey from this angle. What's that deer up to tonight?
Oh, just such a pleasant deer. Little bob haircut.
Celebrating the summer solstice.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Or
The sun has been setting at like after 9 o'clock. Yeah. Sets at 9:03 today.
okay, back to Victor's break. Thanks everybody for joining us tonight. Alfie, what's up? Ed Winter. Awesome hanging out with you last night for a minute, dude.
Yep. And Clifford. Clifford's in the chat. Well, that was a very.
Cliff. Yeah, I am Stephanie shirtless. So,
That was a real nice controlled break. Made a ball. Got a good shot on the 1. The 4 and the 10 are a little tied up. The 9's under there. Got some decisions to make. You can make this 1. The 2 isn't going by the turquoise 7. So you got to move the cue ball a lot. Unless you want to take on that combo. So I'm guessing Victor might be sizing up this 1.
Wait, did we mark that for Mark?
No, it's tied up.
Yeah. I was
Yeah.
like, what are you doing? Or am I in charge of the button?
It's team effort.
Well,
So he's
it's
done a
not a
good-
team effort keeping us on track.
He's done a good job of getting a look at the 2. Let's see if is he going to try and hold it for the other side pocket, the 4 ball.
Yes.
Ooh, and what a nice job he
Confirm.
has done. Excellent work. Delicate cue ball control. I love it. So he's probably just going to roll forward. If the 8's in the way, run into it. Throw caution to the wind. What you don't want to have happen is like get behind the 8 and block yourself on the 5.
Right.
Yep.
Definitely going above center on this ball.
Oof, see, ran into it.
Ran into it. And that's okay because look where it ended up.
Yep, you just got to make this 5. You don't want to go forward on this ball, so
Nope.
don't decelerate on the stroke here because you need to like play a stop shot on this 5 at the very least. You're gonna have your cue ball bounce across the table towards this bottom side pocket, but not in it. Just got to pocket this ball.
No pressure.
Yeah, if you decelerate on this stroke and actually roll forward a little bit. Nope, didn't do that. So you might have been hyper concerned about that possibility.
I hate it when I get hyper concerned about things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mark's gonna what? Take that to the side or bank it. I
Well-
love the bank on this shot.
I do.
But also, the cut
You
is
gotta shorten
obviously
it a lot.
way more reasonable, right? Boom.
Well, you have to
Nails it.
shorten the bank a lot, and when the rails are slippery and the cloth is new, that's harder to do.
I just like where my cue ball would have been in position for the 6 if I had banked that 5. But doesn't matter. What a cut.
Flawless.
That was awesome. Okay. Take that 7 all the way up. Stop shot that. Stop shot that, or draw it just slightly.
For this shot, I think I'd want my cue ball on that back short rail. We'll see what Mark decides to do here.
He's like, I'm going to draw it all
Right.
over the goddamn place.
Absolutely. So this makes it pretty easy to tap that in
Woo!
and have your cue ball play short side for the 9, which there is no real long side for the 9. So he's looking at that angle right now. So getting the angle right and the speed right. So what I'll say about the difference between Mark and Victor's games right now, like Mark can hit probably any shot, put any spin on the ball, whatever. For Mark, it's just a matter of like what his percentages of pulling it off is. Where Victor plays his percentages a little bit tighter than Mark does. You know, like Mark spins around the table a lot. Kind of like a feel player, so if he's feeling it, I'm sure his high game is real impressive to watch.
Well, I hope that we get to see him kick into that gear. You know, 6 games in, 3-3, battling back and forth. We got a long race here.
Oof,
Oh,
needed to shorten that a little bit, but he's left a decent shot here. Mark's going to be challenged by this. He might go for the bank back to the upper left-hand
yeah,
corner.
go back at me probably.
Or he might play a safe here. If he can get that 9 ball back to where the cue ball is, he's got a good chance of the 10 ball being a blocker. Just like this. That's not a bad effort.
Oh, he almost got there, but not quite.
Put Victor
But
in the-
also, I mean, this is really flat. You're going to have to definitely use English to make this bank. Either way you decide to go, but
Well,
that's
the
got to go in
reason-
top right.
Well, if you're going to go for the bank, it
Yep.
does lend itself to getting some 2-rail position on the 10.
Mm-hmm. But that's what I'm saying is you got to create the angle on this bank with English. Or you risk traveling that cue ball quite a bit.
Well, the English will help it so you don't have to hit it quite as hard to open it up.
Oh, almost,
Okay.
almost. Don't hate the leave.
No, I think he might have been playing the safe all along.
Probably a 2-way. I'd love to make it, but if I don't, leave it against the rail.
2-way shots, it's like, well, if I can't have it, nobody can.
Oh my god!
Just kidding.
Are you gonna murder this ball?
Nice. We're playing some little cat and mouse here and enjoying that. Yeah. Joel Peck's in the chat. When he was here, we got to play some 1 ball, 1 pocket. Never played that before, and it was surprisingly entertaining. Really enjoyed that.
And Toby and I got to have some really awesome bitch it out girl time. We had a great time while you were doing that.
Perfect.
I know. They're just wonderful, aren't they? Oh. Oh, you're going to fall. Stomp it. Nice try, Victor. That was like a...
Well, what? They say don't take on a shot that can lose you the game unless it can also win you the game. That was one of those shots.
Oh, he spun just a little bit too far. But that was almost perfect using those two rails to spin around.
Okay. Slice it in.
Take your time. Take your time.
Ooh. I think you got to slice it in kind of slow and draw it. Keep it from scratching here. Yeah, you got to bend it. Oh, flawless victory.
Nice out. Ooh. Oh, Toby, heart's back at you, girl. And hey, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Make sure you like the video, hit that thumbs up button.
Well, I was going to say, so yeah, you say like and subscribe. But
Don't hit the thumbs down button, please.
No,
Or, I mean, like, if you hate our commentary, well, I guess, F us.
No, I was going to say the reason to subscribe is for what it does to the algorithms and who it then eventually recommends the channel for. And the reason that's important is because we just love to support our pool community. And people tuning in, seeing us promote players that come here, their businesses, everything like that, and helping the pool community grow.
Oh, man.
It helps everybody.
Another dry break for Mark. He's gonna figure it out. It's taking him a minute, but he's gonna figure that out.
Is he leaving breaks where he's not giving up shots?
No,
after the break.
That is true.
You know, so he's breaking dry well.
Yeah. And back to couple around on what you were just saying is like, we love our pool community, and just pool communities in general.
And pool communities are really strong. It keeps pool halls open, and it helps.
Well, you can meet all kinds of people.
Well, for sure. Like you need some work done, or you're looking to have somebody with some know-how help you with something. Chances are there's a pool player that does it. I mean, I know a guy who will cut off your foot. He's a podiatrist.
Or paint your house.
Yeah.
Different guys.
Or fix your car. Yeah, they are different guys.
I know.
Very
Like
key
I
importance.
would say this is like the most random dude you've ever met.
Well, that's why we all love pool is
Okay.
all sorts of walks of life.
Nice rollout. Nice rollout.
Play the game well. Well, it's a nice rollout, but he's going to give it back. He's like, I can't even see the whole ball. You do it. Let's see what you got here. Because what is he going to do?
You're going to have to masse around it.
Or jump slightly.
No, you masse this.
Do you?
Yeah. But that's because I don't jump.
True.
So that's how I'm getting to this ball. And I'm probably not expecting to make it. What I'm going to do is try to hit it and make it leave against that short rail.
Okay.
Kind of like that.
Ooh,
That was-
wow. I was just going to say, if
Oh.
it doesn't hit the floor, he's golden.
Ah. Oh, you guys in the chat, you're just making my heart so full.
Right.
What's up, Evan? Thank you, Steve. Thanks, everybody, for supporting us. I mean, we're just
Okay.
a couple of pool nerds
Ooh, okay. So he's got to jump.
having fun.
If it's not too close to the 3, there might be a jump opportunity here over the edge of the 5. But what are you going to do to get on the
It's
2?
so close to that 3. You can probably jump it, though.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay, that's not the right one.
I can almost smell his hair at that angle. The tricky kick. Yeah,
I
he's looking at the.
I kind of feel like I would say slow and go rail first.
I
But
kind
that's
of
me.
feel like you'd
I
be
like what he's
giving him
doing
ball
here.
in hand.
Oh,
Oh, well, he gave it up
oh,
anyway.
did you just curse him while you were
No.
trying to clown on me? Nice try.
Well, whatever. He tied up the 3 in the turquoise 7.
Yeah, don't hate that.
Okay, so he's on 1. What's Mark gonna do here? Oh, he's gonna go for the 2-way. He can bank that with a little bit of bottom and get great shape on the 2. And if it goes short or goes wide and ends up at the he's gonna be the cue ball's at the other end of the table. Some real good 2-way things can happen here. Yeah, we got Bernard in the chat. Love it.
Oh, and Linda, what's up, lady?
Yeah, Bernard is correct. This is a very entertaining match. We're going back and forth.
Well, and that's what, this Fargo range.
Yeah, we're playing 3 foul, I believe.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
No deviations. We're playing straight 8 or BCA rules, 10 ball.
There is early 10s.
That's not a deviation.
Oh, I know. But
There's early 10s in league.
I'm just clarifying.
Dink. Noise. Oh. Time to kick at it. Time to boots the house down.
No, I think he's going to bang.
Oh, okay, or
Got more-
play a safety.
Yeah. More control over it this way. You have to say, nope, don't have an offensive shot, but I can
Do
use the
this.
3-7 as blockers.
Oh.
He said, I'm rearranging all the furniture.
Oh,
to
kind of
the
like
swing
that.
it. Well, I mean, it worked out well for him, right?
Still didn't move that 3-7, though.
Nope. 3-7 is his ally.
Oh, Chris, fun fact about Victor, he's been in the finals in 2 different divisions in Lincoln City. One of the things that Victor wrote down on his player questionnaire is that he wanted to thank the... give me a break. I can't read this. I didn't bring my glasses. He wanted to
Maybe use pool as an opportunity to
use
give back.
pool as an opportunity to give back. If he's able to go to Lincoln City this fall, he's going to donate 50% of his winnings to a local charity or back
Pool in some way.
I would say back into our community in some way, which is very cool.
Nice. Look
Oh,
at this.
what a
Get
little-
behind the 3.
What a fun little touch.
Oof. Did he catch the edge? Ooh, it's close. I think he's got an edge of the 2, right?
He can get that. I don't know if that's makeable anywhere, though.
Oh, no, I wouldn't say makeable. I mean, maybe you can bank it between the 10-9 up into the upper left-hand corner, but that's preposterous.
Well,
So we'll see.
we shall see.
Whatever shot he has on the 2, it's pretty thin. Fortunately, it'd be real hard to scratch off the 2, but real easy to move the cue ball around. So it looks like he's going rail first, though.
Good call.
Okay.
Good call.
Yep. Not hating it. Look at that.
And gets behind the 7.
Yep.
However, Mark has showed us that he's not scared of a jump. And this is a pretty online jump. He's got to get over that 7, right?
I'm so over that 7.
Oh my God, I'm so over it.
After it 8 the 9.
Oh,
No!
get out of here. No, get out of here.
I just thought it was rude. No. Oh, okay. So
Followed
he made
it.
good contact.
Oh, but good thing that rolled against that rail. We're pretty close too. giving him a ball in hand.
Going from the 3 to 4. Something to be thinking about right now.
That 4 is in a real tricky spot.
Yeah, because what are you going to do with the 2 to get the shape on the 3 to get on the 4? You could get just
like use bottom.
lower side of center table. You could draw straight back off the 3.
Okay, it looks like he's going to use the rail, pop out, take that 3 into the top left.
And then draw straight back for the 4.
And then draw straight back for the 4. But you got to be...
Angle matters so much. And
so much. And he overrolled it. So now he can't do a straight draw.
No, can't do a straight draw, but he can pop off that top long rail. He's got to put some boogers on it. But it might be able to
pop
swing.
off, fam.
Might be able to swing wide.
Okay.
Above the 10 and come down to the short rail for shape on the 4. It's a stroke shot. I'm not sure because he's got to do a stun shot with a ton of spin and have it grab the rail and throw it down there. And I don't think the cloth is dirty enough for that to happen. Oof. He was able to go in between the 7-9.
And
worked out.
I think hitting that 9 and getting it a little bit away from that 10 might have really helped him on this rack. So just got to cut this 4 in.
Let me ask you this.
6 in the bottom left, 7 in the side.
Well,
roll forward.
The 4 being this close to the rail, the cue ball is going to carry some energy. She's got to hit it
nice
real
and soft.
slow.
Yeah.
We'll see. Look at that.
Okay.
He's still claimed real close to
No,
the 6.
This is good.
Right. I like it.
And honestly, I would probably just above center on this. Just roll past that side pocket.
Well, just maintain the angle so that the 7 leads you to the 8.
Boom.
Great job.
Just like that. Okay, 4 balls on the table.
As the great Mike D says, practice your 4-ball patterns and you can get out of a lot of racks.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I like the way he did that.
Oh, I like it too.
Yeah. Do you think he'll play it in the bottom side pocket, or do you think he'll play it in the same pocket?
Well,
the way he hit that last ball.
Fortunately, that 10 ball has quite a bunch of options here, right?
Yep. Okay. Got a little bit more distance to shoot the 10 ball, but a much more predictable ability getting shape on the 10.
Okay, it's not straight in.
When you
just
play
slightly
short
off
side,
angle, but you got this.
Yep.
And
tie game, ladies and germs.
yeah, all you germs.
Germs. Germs are short for gentlemen or gentle persons.
Here's a nod to Midsommar. Have you seen that movie, Jesse?
No.
Oh, you don't see any movies unless I make you watch them. Scary movies aren't really your thing.
That's my way of saving myself for you.
You want to, okay, well, sure.
You get to introduce me to all the cool stuff.
Yeah, I would say, the scariest movie that I've seen recently?
Forrest Gump.
No.
What?
And recent? No. Is that your idea of a recent movie? Are you kidding me right now?
Yes.
I would watch that Ohio State documentary, George Clooney's, on HBO last night, and that was pretty scary.
Okay, we got a nice 10-ball break about to happen. His cue ball's a little far off center. Held the cue ball, trying to swing one of those second balls into the side pockets. We just didn't see.
Do you think he can get that one? I think he can.
Well, we're going to find out. Do you think he has to jump over the edge of the 5?
I don't think so.
So, will
I don't
he
think
do
so.
it?
I don't think so. I think he can just get it. I think he's got like the perfect. Dudes, yeah, with Jim Jordan, yeah, it was very it, that documentary. If you got HBO, check it out, man. It was real good. Okay, made that one. You gonna cut this too to the bottom left?
Well, there's basically a big dipper of balls to the right hand side of the table.
Yeah, it kind of does look like the big.
Yeah,
Dipper.
lots of things to hide behind. So
I mean, the handle's going the wrong way, but
don't worry, dippers. Oh, opened up the dipper. Opened up the dipper. It's not a dipper anymore.
okay, quit saying dipper. Like what?
So let's see here. Quick little pop draw shot off the 2 to get shape on the 3. Good shape on the 3 will lead you to the 4 real well. The 4 will lead you to a side pocket shot on this 5. Okay, he's drawn it a little bit.
Don't get behind the 10.
Behind the 10 it goes.
No. Unfortunate. I did like that camera angle because you could see just how hot pink Mark's glove is. It's like a... Don't meet Bonnie Jackson in a dark alley, Mark. She
might rip that glove off.
You know what I'm
your
saying?
head.
She's going to stab you and take that glove.
She might cut your arm off with a chainsaw just so you can
Well,
take
with
your
a
severed
chainsaw,
hand.
that seems like you would hear a chainsaw coming. You gotta, if you're gonna cut someone's arm off, you gotta come in with like a
Laser sword.
laser. You mean like a lightsaber?
Well, if you want to get
Laser sword.
Casual about
Laser
it.
sword.
yeah,
Okay.
some inside spin here. Go 2 rails. Oh, so close.
Oh.
I really love this because
Can't
it's
do
a
that
full,
as a hand flip. It was kind of hand flippy. Grab a cue ball.
right. Hand flip is a state of mind, not a definitive
I don't think
gesture.
anyone's ever gonna out hand flip Cody Johnson though.
Right.
He was basically doing the Macarena.
Right. We didn't even have to turn on the fan in the room. He was hand flipping so much. So he's just gonna full on roll forward here off the 3.
Yep.
Very nice.
Got it. Nice.
The subtle touch here, you can maintain the sight line on the 5 into the top side pocket. That will give him automatic shape on the 6 ball, the gray 6 ball, as long as you don't go behind the 9. And I don't think he's going to do that here. Just going to tap and roll forward, but you want to roll forward enough that you don't have to go 2 rails for shape on the 7 in the bottom side. Nice.
Oh.
Except that part.
I was gonna say.
I was watching the cue ball. I was like, oh yeah, the cue ball's great. And so he might have like tried.
He was not rooting for the miss.
No. So he was probably trying to hold the angle on the 6 so much that didn't get the right angle on the 5 to make it. And Mark has attempted
Oh,
a save.
if he could have just got past that 7, he would have been friggin' gold. Instead, he ran into it just a little bit.
So he's got a 2-rail stun shot to get the cue ball kind of where it is now for shape on the 6. He can also kind of go high with a little bit of inside to shoot the 6 down by where his face is. See what he chooses to do.
Oh, bounce.
Ooh,
Okay,
nice.
okay.
Where his face was. It's a geographical destination.
Face. Have you seen Face Off, the movie?
Yeah.
Okay, well, Did I make you watch Face Off? Because
No, but if
I
you
do
want,
love that movie and watch it
I'll-
every few months.
I'll pretend that I've never
I'll
seen it. and we
take
can
your
watch it
face
again.
off.
They're like, man, you're crazy, man.
I mean, yeah, I just love Nicolas Cage, so I don't care.
Hear that, Nicolas Cage?
No, I mean like not on like a Patrick Swayze level, like I love him, but
On a Nicolas Cage level.
yeah, I mean, yeah, he's up there. And not on like a Keanu Reeves level because, it goes Patrick Swayze, Keanu Reeves, Timothy Oliphant. Those are the guys. And
You
then,
just like his name because it sounds like elephant.
and I do love elephants, but no, I also love Justified. Boom. Victor's out like light. Back to Mark's break.
That game, it was tied 4-4, so it was kind of like, who's going to be the dominant beast of this rack? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Getting close to the halfway point in the match.
Mm-hmm.
Was that game a precursor for the entire match?
I don't know. Sounds
Was
like
it
we're
foreshadowing?
getting halfway to Jesse being toasted? Oh.
Toast is just twice cooked bread. Right. He's going with the 9-ball break. This is interesting. Let's see what he does with this. He holds the cue ball well, gets a lot of action, but nothing goes
What?
down except the 8.
I was going to say what? I just heard it.
Yeah, the 8-ball went down last rack, too.
Yeah, but that was on Victor's break. That was great. Mark, get in it. I like how with his break, he always has something that goes 2 rails and heads right for one of the bottom corners. Didn't make that one, but
Yeah, it jumped up a little bit there. That was that jump up I was talking about.
yeah, Cliff, I'm going to have to agree. Face Off the Rock, Con Air. We were just talking last night about the Nick Cage Con Air scene of getting to breathe some free air, getting off the plane, and shaking that luxurious hair in the wind.
It was a Pantene commercial. Cue ball by the 6 for shape on the 3. Don't want shape on the 3 when the 2's still on the table. Now.
I was just going to
I'm just
say,
gonna tell
I
you
don't
guys
know why
that
you're
right
going
now-
for
right
shape on
now.
the 3 right now. That would be a mistake. Victor looking good.
Come back in between the 6-5.
Did he get there?
Oh,
Did
nope.
he get there?
Did not.
Oy.
Rolled a little short.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
And if he can't see even an edge of this 3 in the middle of the table is a small ball from here. So you better have your 2-rail track planned out real good, especially on cloth that's new and slippery. The 2-rail shot out of the bottom left-hand corner is going to be a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think shooting between the 5 and the 10 to try and double the lower right corner is really an option here. Might have a 3-rail going at the upper right corner. These are the options. There's a good reason he's double checking his angles.
Enhance.
Blam. He's going to shorten it up, try and miss the 6.
Ooh.
A jump kick thing.
What was that?
That was a wizard shit. That was nice. Very good hit.
Then why'd you play the hillbilly music?
Got to do something to celebrate.
I
Nice
know.
shot.
It was cool.
He had to kick and pop over the edge of that 6. That was great. I think that's going to earn him back to the table. Let's see how Mark handles this shot here. Okay, use the 9, but rolled too far.
Or did he?
Use the 7. Excellent turn of events,
Ooh.
if you're Mark.
Yeah, that was good.
Oof. We're very much dig an awesome safety battle.
Yeah, Cliff, I agree with the unbearable weight for massive talent. We've all seen the meme of Nick Cage being irritated as all hell, and Pedro Pascal, aka everybody America's zaddy.
Wait, what?
No, yeah, I mean,
I totally don't know a lot, it sounds like.
exactly, but you also don't follow any kind of
Reality.
I mean, just pop culture.
I'm too busy making.
Oh, nice try.
Whoa, that was so close.
Just missed it. Just missed it. Oh, Travis, just watch Con Air. It's fun. It's ridiculous and stupid. And I mean, you could probably just satisfy her instead of having to watch all of Con Air. You could probably just satisfy Amber's Nick Cage fiend now with the YouTube video. Nick Cage loses his shit. It's just a compilation.
No, stop. Watch Con Air. It's good.
No, but also watch this compilation on YouTube. It's incredible.
That was a pretty crazy 310 combination attempt. Why not try it?
Why not?
I mean, in retrospect, because it won't go in, that's why not. But in the moment, valid option.
Okay. Okay, 3 in the side.
No, I think 3 in the upper left and roll the cue ball forward for the 4 turquoise 7
The combo? I was thinking 3 in the side, come off that short reel, bank that 4 in the side.
Well, we'll see what he decides to do.
And then you should have great shape on that 5.
Yeah, this particular layout right here. It's
Hardcore.
a choose your own adventure situation.
I would say this is some hardcore 10-ball analysis.
Ooh, he did a combination thing where shot the thing I was thinking, but with the leave that you were thinking. Man, we're a good team.
Oh, wow. We're seeing all the angles.
Well, I mean, we did say hardcore 10-ball analysis.
You said it. I said, what? Shit.
My fingers said it when I typed it into the keyboard.
He says, no, I do not want to have to take that shot on the 4. That's
It's like, instead, I'm just going to play a 4-rail safe.
Yeah,
Leave you on this shorthand rail.
I mean, like, everybody's still got to deal with that 4 ball. So why make the 3?
I know. They have to deal with it. You know who else has to deal with it? Us. We're going to talk about it. It's our problem too, guys. It's our problem too.
All right. So what do you think?
I think that he's got some wall balls, the 5 and gray 6. Put the cue ball over
just
there
a nice,
and send.
easy dink.
Or the other way around. See, that's what you're going to learn when you play a lot of safes.
I like the nice, easy dink.
A lot of the safes, it's like, do you send the cue ball to that direction and the object ball that way, or vice versa? There's a lot of safes where you can do either or, and that was one of them.
Oh, man.
It's jump time. But let's say you shoot this jump perfectly. You stick the 3 in the upper right-hand corner. Cue ball nudges the 6 a little bit, the gray 6, and you have a perfect look at the 4. That 4 turquoise 7 situation is going to flabber your gasts. Oh, did that. Just sunk it. Nudge the 6.
Nice one.
Is it flabber your gas or gas your flabbers?
I still don't know what.
I'm just saying there's not really a whole lot going on. Maybe you can go rail first and the 6 will drift off the bottom of the 7 over into the right-hand side pocket. That would be peculiar and unlikely.
Yeah, I was just going to say, nice soft shot. You want to keep it close. There was nothing really happening here. Okay, so check it out.
I know what's happening now. He's going to shoot the 4, try and get it to stay above the 5 pocket on the short rail and leave the cue ball near the 7, the turquoise 7. You just don't want that 4 to hit the 5. But you get the 4 on the short rail. That's a good safe. It's hidden behind the 510 gray 6. That's what he's tried. Oh, but he hit the
Oh,
5.
but he bumped the 5, and now Mark's got to look at that 4.
He's got to look at it and say, oh, that's a purple 4. How do I get to the orange 5 from
Yeah.
here?
It's called
Because the cue ball's going
nice
down
and
to the...
easy. Go forward just a little bit.
Are you thinking he's going to want to take the 5 in the top side pocket? Because...
No, he says, no, I'm just going to
Ooh.
use some rails.
Nice work.
Boom. Going to make that 5. Okay.
He's done an excellent job again to look at that 5, right? It's science.
Can't ask for better.
Okay, we got some hand flipping situations there for sure. I think that's probably because he didn't intend on the cue ball moving as far as it did.
Yeah, I think it rolled just a little bit further than he was expecting. Again,
He got a great angle.
new cloth.
You know.
Oh, nice two-way, I guess. Can we see
Yeah.
that? Can he see that? I think he can see that. However,
Well, I think what happened there, he just didn't allow himself to get settled enough to accept the fact his cue ball rolled a little bit too far to readjust to the new paradigm of the next shot. You know, still clinging to his original plan, even though it needed adjustment.
but that 7's on the rail, so he's got to come back
Ooh, I like it.
and not get behind the 10.
Right. Well, it didn't get behind the 10.
Oof. Well, it's a close call.
Right.
Okay. Just using some center ball on this shot gives you natural position on the 9.
Yeah, just roll the 7 in.
Yep, just got to roll it in.
Yeah. I mean, even, I think, a little bit more in lag speed. Yup.
And he has executed.
And he has great angle. So he can pull back, hit the bottom of this bottom long
I would put a
rail.
little bit of mustard on this, like a little bit more than a lag speed, just to get closer to that 10.
It just has to come back and hit that.
There you go. Oh,
Ooh.
yes, yes.
Ooh, that worked out real well.
Cool.
Didn't even have to hit the long rail. Yeah, some players are more comfortable not hitting the rail. Some are more comfortable hitting the rail.
Pocket speed. Oh. He was worried about the scratch there
Well, I think
of coming off the rail and coming back into that lower side pocket.
that's possible, but it could also be that it's just like
And with that, Mark ties it up.
they want to see the room go red.
We still got a lot of pool to play. 10 games in.
Okay, so he's taking a break. Is he going to set a cue on the table? He is.
Okay.
It is player break time, which,
What have we got to plug?
well, let's see. What do we got to plug? What we have to plug tomorrow is our 1-year anniversary of doing matches.
Oh,
If
happy
you've been with us the whole
anniversary.
time, you will remember our first match being between Mike D and Brookman Holmes. But tomorrow,
And how spazzy were we back then?
I don't want to know.
Exactly.
I hope no
don't
more, no
don't
less
even
than
go
we are
back
now.
and yeah, I was gonna say don't go back and look at
Right.
it. I mean, or do.
So check this out. So
But-
tomorrow we have the terrific and powerful duo of Paul Marquez and Mike D facing off against Shu Cheng Chow and Sean Lewis.
Coming down from the Seattle area.
Yeah.
And Mike D and Paul are the underdogs tomorrow.
Ooh, which is
Which
rare.
never happens.
Well, check it out. So Shu Cheng Chow, there's been 2 Seattle Opens, and in the first Seattle Open, Shu Cheng Chow had such a fierce showing about Fracasso Werner, almost beat one of the most up-and-coming American pros we've got. So that says something about how strong of a player he is. Sean Lewis, although I have not met him, I've heard a lot of great things about him, and I'm totally so stoked about tomorrow's matchup for our 1 year anniversary. I couldn't. I've asked for a better past year of how this has gone. I couldn't have asked.
Yeah, hell
for,
yeah.
Like, how much fun has it been to be with you? I mean, not only in general, but this thing that we do together.
Oh, it's just. If you would have told me this is what I was going to be up to
Right.
1 year and 1 day ago, I would have been like, yeah, right.
Right. If I'd been like, oh, this is what that's going to blossom into.
But we're really excited about that match tomorrow.
Ooh, nice break.
And we just want to thank everybody for being part of this super rad thing we get to do.
Right.
Okay.
So, good break. Things are spread out. The 4-9, not too much of a situation.
2 is off the
But
table.
not negligible.
Yeah, he could.
I mean, the pressing issue right here is what do you do at the 1? You got a clear shot at it. What's your safe? He might bank it in between the 3-5.
Yeah, that's probably where I would go. Or leave it back there. That looks good. Ooh, it bounced out. Mark's got to look.
Well, here's the deal. That 10-7-6-5.
Yeah,
Kind of doing a wall. So he's got to go forward with this and either come under that group or stay above it. To come under it, he's got to punch it. This is an interesting shot. Okay, he did. And he came back, and look how good of a stroke he put on that ball to do what he needed.
Yeah, that worked out really well.
Right. Right. No, he stroked that ball real good, especially because he had to jack up on it and everything. I didn't call that shot because I wouldn't have think most people would take that on. And so that says a lot about his Filipino background and spin on the ball.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Okay. He's got to cut this 4 in, pop off that rail, and he's
Flawless.
done it perfectly.
So I might just stop there to
You can
preserve the angle to get on the 6.
draw it back just a little bit or roll forward just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. He says pop back a little bit. That's what he's looking for.
Don't get on the wrong side. There we go.
Nice.
Okay. If you draw back too much, the cue ball heads toward the top side of the table, and you're screwed on the 7.
And again, same shot here. Just pop back just a little bit. You know, one of the things that I really enjoy watching about the Filipino style of play is just how animated they are.
Mm-hmm. We also gotta get a shoot quick.
And yeah, there's something to be said when they start feeling it with the style of play.
The difficulty
you move
here
quick
is
and
gonna end up on that top long rail a little bit. So this is why he's a little challenged here.
okay, he's going low though.
Draw back a little bit. So you're stuck on the rail. So you got to plan for that because you got to get to, like, if you picture the 10 ball being the center of a butterfly, you got to get in one of its 2 wings, right? Either top side or bottom side. So how's he going to do it? Okay, he's all right. Definitely got there.
Freaking looking good.
That worked out well.
This is the shot I want to see you take your time on.
Mm-hmm. It's the shot I don't want to see him jump up on.
Boom.
Nice.
Nails it.
Wow.
Mark
All
takes the
right.
lead.
Nice work.
This has been a really intense match.
Yeah, we're just trading blows, man.
Just trade back and forth, back and forth.
Back and forth, back and forth. I am going to step out of the booth briefly.
Goodbye. All right. And let's learn a little bit more about Mark. Back to Mark's break. He started playing seriously only about 6 or 7 years ago, before he started playing as a kid with his dad back in the Philippines. Oh, almost got that 6. Not quite. And that is a dry break for Mark. Says he usually plays at 89 Sports Bar. And he likes it there because that's where all his fellow Filipinos like to hang out and shoot pool. Also, it's really close to where he lives. So that's cool. We super appreciate 89 Sports Bar and Grill. They've been super rad to us and put our stream on their TVs during pool league and such. And we appreciate that. So shout out to them. And he says that, yeah, biggest influence has been Efren Reyes in his pool game. And it's the reason that everyone back home
Ooh,
plays.
look at this. Okay. Yeah, Efren's a national hero
Exactly.
in the Philippines.
And just a cool MFer.
Well, the story about how the Philippines got so great at pool is a pretty interesting one, going back to the Spanish-American War in the late 19th century.
Do tell.
So let's see.
I can't wait to hear this. A
Anyway.
long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
Ooh, perfect safe was played behind the 7 ball. This is going to make the kick at the 1 really tricky. I think the 1 rail kick off the right-hand short rail. Fortunately, the cue ball is near the lower long rail, so you have it makes it a little bit bigger of a ball. You can also kick off the top long rail. Yeah, so you got to evaluate that angle.
Oh. Yeah, that's the angle. I see
Yeah.
it too.
Basically, in like the 1890s, whatever, the American military left a ton of pool tables over in the Philippines, and yeah, disappeared. And then
In the 1890s?
yeah, left a bunch of pool tables there in the
Not the
Philippines.
1980s.
No. Yeah, and then,
That's
and
not
then,
Vietnam time anyway, but...
yeah, 60, 70 years ago.
Oh, just missed it.
The Philippines just
That's the way I
enjoyed
would've gone though,
pool,
bro.
came up with their own style, everything like that. And then in the 80s, late 70s, their players started to be able to come over here, and they just started barbecuing everybody.
Wait, the 1880s?
1980s.
I know. I'm just messing with you.
For those of us born back in the 20th century.
I kind of feel like almost everybody probably watching our stream was. Okay, Victor starting with ball in hand.
Okay, he's going to draw over here. Okay. Didn't get stuck behind anything,
Nope,
I don't
didn't get
think.
stuck.
It's got a high inside this shot. To shoot the 3 in the lower right-hand corner. Oh, it rattled. But the shape was great. I think, ooh, is that blocking it? Or does Mark have a shot? I think the rail first shot might even be there, in which case it might be possible to go to the right side of the 10-4, 7 situation. Hit the short rail to the left of the black 8 ball for shape on the 3. But he might have a clear shot at it, in which case maybe he can go to the left. Okay, he did do that. But he caught the 8. Uh-oh. Caught the 8. However, if he keeps his head down, hits this ball pure, it's going to have natural shape on the 4. I'm not saying that the 5-9 is any picnic, but still at the table. So he's giving himself a shot at the 4 here, evaluating what the cue ball is going to do after it hits the fork is not totally straight in.
Oh, is he going to call that 10 and glance off the 4 and try to go for that 10 in the side?
No, I really don't.
Oh, but why not?
It's, well, because it's really touchy with not a big payoff.
Okay.
But then again, where
No,
the 5
are you
ball
sure
is,
he's not looking at that? Are you sure about that?
Are you sure about that?
Are you sure about that? I think he is.
Is he going to pet that dog?
Oh, he should have called the 10 over there.
Whoa.
So that's going to spot up. But he did hit the 4 first. So that is Victor's shot. He does not get ball in hand.
Where the 5-9 is, it's just kind of like, well, somebody's going to have to deal with that.
Yeah, no. So that was a freebie.
Might as well take a flyer, right?
Well, I mean.
That's what you meant by freebie?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh. And Victor said, I don't like it. No, sir. I don't like it.
Do you have any rubber walrus protectors?
Well, as a matter of fact, I do. Let me give a briefcase.
We got a jump shot over the 10.
Nice hit. Nice hit.
Ooh, if that 4 didn't roll too far, it would have been such a nice safe behind the 8.
No. But
Mark's not
fortunately,
too mad.
Fortunately, it didn't go in because this angle on the 5, he actually has a shot, right? Now he's going to have to come off that 4 and maybe try to bank that 5.
Well,
What are you going to do with that 5, bro?
yeah, you got really no choice but to hit the 4 in and get shape on the 5 to play something.
Again,
Oof.
what's that something?
Might be. Can he do a stop shot on the 5 and leave the cue ball there and use the 8 as a blocker?
Yeah, it looks
I
like
mean, maybe, but if you sell out, it's painful because this is the problem in the rack. Okay, hasn't done too terrible of a job of
that's a makeable shot.
keeping it tough for Mark, but yeah, you're right. It is a makeable shot. I think I'd make this shot 9 out of 10 times, if not 96 out of 100 times.
I was going to say, but what about out of like 123 games? How many times are you going to make that shot?
Yeah. Okay, he did a really good job here because what he can do,
122.
he can thin the 6 into that pocket. He doesn't have to hit it hard. The cue ball's going to go between the 9 and the 8, center table, for a great leave on the 7.
Okay.
The question is what angle. So here you can follow some outside spin, go 2 rails to the right side of the 10 for great shape on the 8, but I'll probably have to go 2 rails similarly for shape on the 9. So we're looking at some cue ball movement. This is a doable 4-ball pattern. Let's see how Mark does it. Okay, rolled a little far. Far enough for the side.
Okay,
Nice.
now.
If you're going to roll too far, roll far.
For sure.
The trick is here. When
Now you got to
do that,
roll again.
you do have a shot on the 8 in this bottom pocket, but you have to be real accurate because
No, and then that
you
leaves
gotta
you,
get
that leaves you
shape
all
on this.
crazy on the 9. No, you take this 8 to the side. Oh,
see, there's the problem. Took the 8 to the side, missed it, and still didn't move the cue ball enough. Had to cut a ball into the side. Who wants to cut a
No.
ball into the side at high speed?
nobody. I mean, I'm sure you're out there.
Well,
Not
if
me.
If you're Joel Peck, you'll bank it into the side from the short rail. So
But Derek Jackson was really good at drilling stuff into the side in his match recently, too.
all right. Okay, went for the shot.
Is he going to get behind there?
It was kind of a two-way shot.
Yeah. I can see what he was going for. And, I mean, this is like no daisy of a shot.
It's more of a petunia.
I don't know about that either. It's
Yeah,
a lot of gray. Oh, nailed it. Nice shot, Mark.
See, that's what I was saying earlier. Mark has the stroke to do any shot on the table. For Mark, it's just a matter of consistency and percentages, right?
Nice. Okay.
Because the stroke is very animated.
Mark has an opportunity to go up 2 games for the first time.
If your
this
stroke is really
match.
animated, you got to play all the time to maintain it. Like, think about Francisco Bustamante and how animated his stroke is.
And he gets out.
Or Efren. Efren's super animated.
Oh,
Lot of
definitely.
animated
You
Filipino
know
players.
what I love? I mean,
You can't do that part-time.
You know what I love about Efren? And there's a lot of things I love about Efren.
What?
And what I love about Efren is not his pool game. I think it sucks.
Personality.
I'm just kidding. He obviously has he has a great pool game. I was talking
His
about
shoes.
No, I was gonna say his drip, man. He wore a lot of like leisure type of suits, right? In the 70s. His collars were the longest, pointiest collars ever.
Hold on.
I just like that Efren drip.
Pump the brakes.
Oh yeah.
You're talking about Efren in the 70s. You don't know what you're talking about because he didn't come over to America till like 84, 85.
Okay, well, I mean, it's 70s, but it was in the 80s, but it was more 70s style of the suits the style suits he wore. The really long, exaggerated collars that came out.
Oh,
the 80s.
yeah. That was the thing in the 80s. There's a famous
That was an
picture of it.
80s thing?
Yeah, well, it was like left over from the 70s.
Yeah,
like,
I was
there's
going to say, are we sure about that?
There's a good picture of Efren when he was younger in America, and he's got, pointy collared shirt.
Yeah.
He's got a cigarette hanging out of his mouth while he's playing some 9-ball.
Yeah. Just saying that. Efren drip. Okay.
You know, when there's hardly any balls in the center of the table and everything is still kind of open, I think that's a really comfortable feeling.
Shooting out this 10 right now?
This is a tricky shot. I can understand the hesitation. While you're hesitating, take the rack off the table, maybe.
If I was shooting at this 10, I would be definitely taking that rack off the table.
Ooh, did a good job of going at it off the 10.
Not sure exactly which ball he called there.
I
If
think
he
he
was
was-
just
I
trying
think
to
he was-
use the 10 to
Yeah,
like
he
get that
was-
2.
he was trying to
Because
go
that
off the
2 had to go in between that 10-3, and that was like, so tight.
Yeah, I think he's playing the 2 off the 10. Okay. We have some hesitational situation happening here, and understandably so.
So Mark doesn't play in any leagues.
Yeah, fair enough.
So he's just playing at home.
In tournaments and such. Yeah. Let's find out his robustness.
And down at 89 Sports Bar.
Yeah, I want to get in there and check that place out. I haven't been there in 20 years. It used to be like underground or something. All right. I like that. That's a solid decision.
Mm-hmm. I guess this kitty's got something to say too, huh?
Mm-hmm.
It's that time of the night that the kitty decides that he wants to join in the commentary as well.
I keep trying to get them to make kitty headphones, but... So yeah, it's tricky thinking here. I'm not sure he has the ankle to kick to the
I feel like they make kitty.
right side of the 10.
They make kitty headphones. I've seen kitties DJing and shit before.
This is a lot more complicated than it just seems like it might be. Like, maybe he can kick just to the right of the 5. He's going under the 3? No, he's playing it. I'm going to tie some stuff up and clear some stuff up.
Okay.
I don't think that helped him. I think all I did was solve some problems for Victor. At the worst, made the 3 slightly harder to get to.
That 3, the 3 to the 4 combo, or like that 3 to the 4, not combo, but you know what I'm saying. Getting from the 3 to the 4 is no picnic. He should. Oh, he's going this way, huh?
Well, it's probably the most reliable way to get into the target zone of the 3. But what Mark did was he put the 7 in an area that makes the transit path from the 3 to the 4
Oh, he's on the highway to the target
trickier.
zone.
But Victor has wisely figured out take the 7 out of the equation by taking the 2 rail path. Just don't run into the 10 on your way to what is going to be like the bottom left corner.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's
So
see this.
He wants to miss the 10. Missed the 10. The 8 helped enormously.
Wow.
Wow.
That couldn't have worked out better for him.
It really couldn't. He's just got to draw off this 4.
You're going to use draw? I'm going to push
No,
and roll
well,
forward.
either way, he
Oh,
wants
he
the
looks like
angle that when
he's
you're
drawing.
going from the 5 to
Yep.
the 6, you don't want to hit the 9. Right?
Yep.
So I think he can hit this thin into the 8. Or just draw straight back. But yeah. Awesome. So let's see. From the 7 to the 8. You want your angle pretty predictable off the 8 so you can go to the 9 easily. So let's see how he does this. Because that's going to be the tricky thing.
What a nice shot that was.
Nice, smooth, and controlled.
Okay.
Mark's fighting his way back. So
No, this is Victor.
No, Victor, sorry.
And he is looking really strong here. We're down to 4 balls on the table. Can he run out? Nailed it.
Hit that real super pure
Okay.
and straight.
Again, looking good.
Oh,
okay.
That was
pretty
probably
fast.
Probably the trickiest thing here was just not coming back.
Now, what are you doing? Real soft with just a slight roll up and take that 10 ball to the side pocket?
Or you go on rails.
Or are you going to use that rail and bounce off? Personally, I'm probably going to use the rail. But that's probably the right call.
Well, it was for him. That's a money ball. Victor down by 2.
Nice out, Vic. Very cool. That was a great run. What a match. We've played 13 racks. One game separates these dudes. They are really giving us a show tonight, aren't they?
Oh, for certain. And Mark's break. Victor trying to come back. And as much as we're hoping for a Hill match, they definitely aren't.
Yeah, I would say. Ooh,
Mark does not want to lose this game and tie this up.
ooh,
He
5 on the
wants
side, 6 in the corner.
Definitely wants to extend his lead.
Nice break.
An 8-6 lead. Oh, that's way more comfortable than being tied up. So the pressure's on Mark here. I mean, it's also on Victor. It's a close match. Neither one of them want to
Unfortunate leave on that friggin' one, though. He's jumping it.
Yeah, well, we remember. I mean, he did this the first match.
But it wasn't his break on the first match.
Nonetheless, he's
But
more.
He's not shying away from jumps. Neither of these guys are tonight. And
Yeah,
I think that's awesome.
Plenty of places to push out that didn't push out.
Solid, Didn't make it.
Oh.
but a solid hit.
This is a makeable cut.
Yep. You got to put some travel on that, though, and come off that short rail.
So they just quit calling travels in the NBA?
Do I look like an NBA ref? I mean, what?
Well, you said the word travel, and it's sports, and I'm just like, man, they just traveling.
JoJo, I don't know, dude. We haven't. We didn't watch the president's address. We found out that
Little
information
point
literally right before we started this match.
That's not what this match is about.
I would say we're all concerned about the state of the world as it is right now, and we're just gonna play some pool and talk about some pool. And
Let's check out this angle. I think he's got to go forward here. No, can stun it back. In between the 9-10.
See who's dropping bombs on this table tonight. Yep. No politics, no religion, no problem. Bar rules. When I used to run bars, I only had a few rules, and it was no religion, no politics. Those are given. And then it was don't fall off your stool because you're done. And if you puke, you clean it up or your friends do. Them's the rules. I don't think it's too much to ask.
No, not at all.
Okay.
Speaking of asking.
Could you ask for a better run-out situation for right now? Because
just tap it in. Tap it in.
Go to your home.
There is a chance to get hooked behind the 10 if you overhit the shot. So if you're going to move your cue ball a lot, do it authoritatively. He's going bottom, so he's probably going to try and stay above the 10. Done it.
Nice.
Yep. Well controlled.
Okay. So this shot is key. You don't want to be banking the 9. You want the 9 to go have a home pocket.
Yeah, the hesitation is because
You got to follow through and come off the rail, or you got to draw back.
Right, you got to be decisive here. Do not do the thing
where
you're
you
in between two.
I could do this or I could do that, and I do neither, and I have no shot.
Okay.
That was okay. Still has a shot. And honestly, real strong to close this rack out.
No, that was an accident.
Well, I'm just saying this position right here, real strong to close this rack out.
For sure. But looking back on it, it was the outcome of being in the middle of two decisions. Just got a fortunate little nudge there.
Sometimes that's all it takes. Fortune smiling on you.
Noise.
Back
Tied
to
up.
tied. We have a race to 4, ladies and germs. Holy airball. Stop heavy jaw harping breathing into the microphone. Princess Eric says, happy summer solstice, everybody. Got some summer plans?
Too late. Longest day of the year is come and gone.
What? I was going to say,
Just kidding.
are those plans to get in on playing on this stream? Because we would love it. Shoot us a message.
Okay. Let's see where this...
Like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, like our Facebook, shoot us a message, and get your ass on the stream.
Ooh.
Ooh.
One ball goes down. Shot
Where's that
on
to?
the 2.
Where's that to?
Everything's accessible. Let's see how this transitions out. So the 2 is makeable for sure. And a gentle shot can leave you at the position where you shoot the 3 into the upper side. So yeah, we do have an opportunity at some connect the dots here.
Okay, yeah.
You know, but it's all
2
about
over
not
left,
crossing
3
that
on the
pocket
side,
line when
4
you
on
don't
the
have to.
side, 5 down there, 6. Where are you?
Nice, nice. Tap this in, make it in that side, the upper side for the 3 ball. You got to maintain the pocket line to come off this 4 for the 5. But I believe the gray 6 goes past the turquoise 7 into the upper right. Okay.
Yep.
That'll work.
Perf. Nice and easy.
Could have easily rolled
Just-
too far on the 4, but did not.
Yeah, but this one, either draw it back a little bit or just, yeah,
Well,
draw
we'll
it back
see.
a little
Let's
bit.
see what
That's
Victor
the way
does.
to go. Don't use a rail here. That's too much. Yes, just like
Nice.
this. Okay.
One thing
6
to
ball.
notice. One thing
Where are
to
you
no-
taking that 6 ball?
One thing to notice is Victor's got pretty good alignment. I noticed this on the photo he sent for the promo graphic. Real nice alignment. Which is good because when you're under the pressure, you kind of got to lean on fundamentals and just trust that they work right. Look at this. That was really nice.
But was it?
Well,
Because where does the 6 go?
Well,
like
he
I've
was-
been saying for like 5 minutes now.
Well, he was playing it for this bottom side pocket, just rolled a hair bit far. But that was a smart decision. Just needed to stay a little bit further to the right.
Bank it, calls a 9.
Excuse me, what?
You're shooting at the 6.
So you're saying kick at the 6?
Yeah, okay. Kick.
Why are you calling the 9?
Because I'm going to kick that shit right in. 6 ain't going in. Where's that 6 going?
Hiding behind
Nowhere.
the 9?
Nowhere. But it was a successful hit. And no.
Oh, man.
Oh,
What a great two-way.
really nice. Really nice.
Super great. Flawless. Okay, so he's got a kick probably below the 9 at the right-hand short rail at the 6. which case it would be real nice to leave the 6 somewhere on the left-hand short rail. I'm trying to just think about how you would kick at this or hit it to get yourself back to the table. So yeah, here's where it pays off to be really precise with your long rail kicks.
Okay. He said he's calling that opposite side pocket.
Ooh.
Right? Spicy.
Ooh, did hit it. Did hit it. All right.
Yep. Solid.
So what we have here is possible.
Failure to communicate.
Well, Mark's got a shot at this 6 ball, and as long as it doesn't draw it into the bottom side. Ooh, okay.
With the cue ball that said, I needed to play it safe. Okay.
So he's got the right angle on this 7 to get on the 8.
Yep.
Got to cheat the pocket a little bit or go forward. So, yep, went forward, just too much
Don't
forward.
do it.
Oh.
No. Because all of that was so good. So close. Evan, I like your comment. I also have been really impressed with
Okay.
a lot
I
of
like this.
these.
Oof, real nice line on the 9. I like that decision. Play a stop shot or just roll slightly forward for the 10 in the lower left.
Okay, Victor looking good to get out.
Did you see how well Victor stayed down on that shot? Shot the shot, didn't pick up his cue until the 9 ball went down. That's real strong.
Like a statue.
Well, it's just good mechanics, and like we looked at earlier, Victor's taken lessons. Yeah, Victor's taken some lessons.
You be careful, Evan. How about that? Woo! This has just been back and forth, back and forth.
For sure.
I mean, if I was a betting lady, like I don't know who my money would be on right now.
Well, wasn't Mark just ahead 7-5? And
He
now it's
was.
about 8-7 Victor. Okay. So we got yep, contested match. Oh man. That was a pretty powerful break, but just
And
lost his cue ball and it
On
ended
our
up in the drink.
16th game, that was our very first scratch on a break for this match. So that's pretty incredible.
Blows my mind. Yeah, 'cause
10 ball break. Who's got the best 10 ball break out there?
what do you mean by out there?
I mean,
In the known universe?
Yeah.
Or in our community or in
both.
Oh.
Who y'all want to nominate? Who's got a good 10 ball break?
Well, everybody's always thought Shane, but they just had their recent 120 ball match, and the stats say Shane made 1.6 balls in the break versus Federer's 1.8. So for that match, Federer.
Okay. Okay.
Cameron Hahn in the chat. Nice.
What's up,
He had a
Keon?
great match here. We really
For
enjoyed
sure. Try to jump.
that. JoJo says Federer. Well, I mean, you've heard about the way Federer grew up and trained and blah blah blah. Plus the fact that
Isn't he from Russia?
yeah, but you
We've
also
all
have
seen Rocky 4, right?
Shane who was the person to beat. So somebody with that training and dedication and with Shane on their target, of course, Federer has good reason to be the better person now.
Maybe player. I don't know anything about their character to really determine who's the better person between them two.
Well, anytime you're the person to beat or you set the standard, you got a target on your back because everybody who's up and coming and whatnot is going to be okay. I have to be at least that good. So you can only hold that crown for so long, you know. And yeah, if you don't think Federer has been studying Shane and all that for his whole career. Oof. Okay, I don't think he wanted to hit the 2 with the 1 because it would have been a useful thing to hide behind.
Okay, well, Mark's coming to the table with like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Ooh, that's real nice.
Oh,
That was a real saucy play there, Mark.
okay. You think no, you can't thread that needle that thin.
Well, let's see. Got a real difficult path to get the cue ball to hit that 1. Can you go between the 7 and 6 to hit the rail between the 4 and the 3?
That's so tight too. Oh my god. But yeah, I think that's probably what I'm gonna try. Or like, push past that 10, use the right hand short reel.
Yeah, I like spinning into the ball off the short rail here because the cue ball can stay, but
No,
Yeah.
but it was just a little
didn't
too
go wide enough.
Yeah, a little too hard.
Tied up that 6-8 real good, right?
You gotta go slower and let it open up a little bit. Okay, so he's on 1, and it looks like
Mark is?
No, Victor is, and it looks like Mark's gonna try to get him on 2.
I don't think he's going to succeed because there's an easy short rail kick into the 1. And it's going to be real tough to play a safe with this kick. Unless he kicks underneath the 1.
Got it.
Yep,
Back
yep.
on 0.
So yeah, that was a good safe, but it wasn't well thought out hook because really what's happened is things have been opened up. But Mark has wisely used the 8 ball as a nice blocker.
True. But I think that he can come off the rail on that.
Yeah, he's gonna have to kick to this right hand rail. However, when you're kicking at a rail and the cue ball's that close to it, the angle changes pretty dramatically because the cue ball's sliding when it hits the rail as well as when it comes off. So yeah, he's going to be looking at that
because that's what he's got to look at.
well,
And that's
no,
the
it's just
smart shot.
it's really tricky because the angle changes. Okay. So
Oh, and he almost double kissed it in too. Close. Very close. Nice try.
Ooh,
Beautiful.
right. That really roared out in a fortunate place for him. He's going to have to punch this a little bit because he wants to bounce off that top wrong rail.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of on the barely on the right side of it. He's got to do something here.
Or just pocket speed, roll forward.
That's true too. I like that as well.
Or
Ooh, look at that thing.
spin the shit out of it. Your
Yeah.
choice. Okay, well here I'm also again. He's going low. I'd go high and run right into that 4 and push it towards the pocket a little bit, but you know, I'm always gonna go high. Oh, I'm high. Ooh.
Yeah, and that's one of those shots, it just kind of went up for that, kind of fired at it. There are shots where his pre-shot routine is different. Takes his time a little bit more. So, I mean, that's kind of a tell with Mark. Is that variation. That's what I'm seeing.
Okay.
Not a whole lot of options here. What do you think? Just hold it and
Yep. Just hold it.
Hold it is.
Hold.
Hold. Gotta know when to hold them.
No, I was bravehearting it.
Oh, I know. I was the other thing. Know when to fold them.
Know when to walk away. Know when to run.
The careful consideration here is what is the cue ball going to do if you run into that 8? It's going to come back over here. The 8's going to go in, and your opponent's going to have the option, and they're going to take it. Yeah, so Mark is thinking...
Jojo, who is Pac-Man? Pac-Man fighting again? What were you talking about there? Do tell.
Just got to make this and draw it back a little bit. With the right angle, maybe you can shoot the 7 off the 9.
Mm-hmm.
Spread
And break
those
that up a
open.
little bit.
Yeah.
I like it. Yes.
Oh, there's a
little bit much.
You can make the
But you can totally do the same thing. You can
shoot the 7 and roll the cue ball into the 9.
into
10.
the 9. Yeah.
Ooh, there's some really positive things that could happen here.
Yeah, I like where this is
yum, yum.
going.
Yeah. Oh, I
But
probably
he
called the
didn't.
7.
Oh,
Man. Oh.
well, Mark, we liked everything you were up to with that shot. So,
Well, the pressure's on Victor here to make this
FYI.
7 ball. Make this 7. Have the cue ball come 2 rails out of that lower left corner. Down over there. That's what he's looking at. Wants the cue ball right over there. Just slightly to the left where it is now. So, you got to make the 7. You got to have the speed right.
oh, Pac-Man fighting like Mini Pacquiao. Shit. Okay. Okay. I was just like, who's Pac-Man? Are you guys at a bar and this is like some dude's nickname? No. Mini Pacquiao.
So what happens here is a lot of times in this shot, people consider it a full table shot rather than a half table shot, and the cue ball Although you're trying to get it just to the left of where it is now, it goes too far. And worst case scenario, you end up on that top short rail. So, looks like he's going outside. Ooh, let's
Oh
see.
boy. Oh boy.
Tricky cut. But if you stick the bank and hold the cue ball, you got to look at the 10 in that bottom
He
side.
can stick the bank, but he's already, like, Marcus already showed us that he can use, like, a crazy amount of spin and just cut it, too.
That's exactly
what he did. But now he's going to have to bank.
Oh, and there's the Filipino Afrin head scratch. My hand flip.
I'm like, do we count that as a hand flip? I'm counting it as a hand flip. Head scratch / hand flip.
Oof. Look
No.
at the bank.
You got to bank it. That's where it goes. That's where it wants to go. Send it home, Mark.
Oh, just a hair short.
Oh,
And it's dressing up real nice.
no, son of Mark, that was so close.
Oh, man. And there's Victor with the 2 feet together. Yep. Opens up that foot, steps into the shot. So you can definitely tell Victor's had some pre-shot routine training.
Yeah, exactly. He does
He's taking lessons.
Woo.
Yeah, I will say 2 games away from the win.
And it's back to Victor's break as well.
It does seem to come down to the fact that when the pressure's on the line, under the gun, Victor,
We're on a line. We're under a gun. What else is there? On the wire, too.
Sure. But Victor has like a prescription for handling the situation. You see him follow his pre-shot routine, his programming, whatever you want to call it, but he does something specific and he trusts in it and it works out for him. And the 2 games that he has over Mark, I think that's the difference. Under the pressure, he's got something he can lean on, you know what I mean?
Mark has had a couple scratches.
Ooh.
Speaking of.
Yeah, but he made a ball, so this is getting weird. He's got to push out here. Don't go for it.
That gave
Don't jump full
that gave
ball over the
Victor like 4 balls on the table with a ball in hand. I do believe he's had like 2 of them, or a scratch with 2 balls on the table
Wisely
and a
he
ball
rolled
in
out.
hand.
Wait,
So
why is he giving it ball in hand to him? I thought he rolled out and then he just grabbed the ball and moved it. Gave him ball in hand.
I don't know. I was doing hand motions and thinking about past games, but here we go.
All right, so Mark
Okay.
has ball in hand.
So back to
Mom's spaghetti.
and
Just tap it in. Okay, so he's got a shot on the 2 in the upper side. This is all laid out really well for him to just run this out. This is just textbook pool.
I would love to see it because it's going to give Mark like that confidence. You know what it's like to get a nice spread and start with a ball in hand.
Okay, so
It's like practice, right?
he needs to come back a little bit on this 4.
Just a
to
little
make
bit.
it a little bit
Just a
easier.
little bit.
Just to guarantee shape on the 5. You don't want to... Nice. Okay, this is good. What he didn't want is to have to hold the cue ball too much on the 7. He wanted to be natural. He's doing a real good job.
Oh, and he's feeling it.
Yeah, it seems like he's really freewheeling, but this is the transition, the 7 to the 8. Because if he comes up to the right side of the shot line in that 8 into the upper corner, he's going to have to do more work. Okay, so he's done that. So he's got to draw it off this bottom long rail.
Or push forward and use the top short rail.
He's got to go inside or swing it. So I bet
Oh,
he's
he's
going to
going
draw it.
low.
He's going to draw it. And I think that shot is well within his wheelhouse. I just don't think he gave it enough time. And it could be nerves, recognizing the importance of that shot.
Oh, and
But
not that he gave him ball in hand with 3 balls on the table, but
listen, that was the situation that has been the difference between these two players, because Mark, on that type of shot, will lean into his pre-shot routine that he's been working on, obviously, whereas Mark kind of feels his way into it and fires at it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that is the key difference between the two of them right now.
Victor could get on the hill right here.
Yeah.
And it looks like he's looking strong to do it. And
Excellent work.
that's Victor on the hill. And that game should have been Mark's.
Yeah, I think he just rushed that. He doesn't have the prescribed pre-shot routine that gets you through those shots, because you're going to feel pressure. And if you're a field player under pressure, your shit just breaks.
If you're a field
Hey, it doesn't matter. I'm just saying, if you're a field player under pressure, if you can't lean on fundamentals and whatnot, those shots can get away from you and you can give up games.
However, it is Mark's break. So,
and a good break it was, right?
Nice.
So he's got an excellent opportunity here to make this one. Swing 2 rails.
Okay,
shoot
well,
the corner in the upper
Mark,
right.
what I don't want to see is you make every ball on the table minus the last couple. I want to see you run this table, bro.
He held it for the inside. That was interesting. So now he's going to go 2 rails for the 3. Real surprised to see him hold it inside for the 2 rather than go 2 rails. Okay, now. Oh. He could be in worse position.
You know, I don't hate this. Was still makeable. I like it. This.
I mean,
Okay, I don't want to see you use all bottom English on this shot. Not all.
Well, he's using bottom and probably a touch of inside, so it doesn't hit the 9. Nope.
Oh, we're all feeling this pressure. I sure am. How you feeling?
Well, he's gotten out of line. His opponent's on the hill. Oof. I don't know. Mark was up 7-5, wasn't he? And now it is 10-7. So Victor's won 5 in a row.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying, is that Mark is given a few of these, not necessarily the easiest of out. It's not like ball in hand on a 10 ball. But he has given him opportunity with 3 balls on the table or 2 balls on the table. And that's unfortunate because Mark has proven that he's a crazy good shooter.
I think what's happened here, they're going toe-to-toe, but I mean, at least this is what it appears to be to me, is that
Ooh.
Victor
Okay.
has a very prescribed routine for dealing with certain things that
Who
he can.
prescribed this routine?
Well, his
Did he
instructors.
he
He's
go
taking lessons.
to the pool doctor?
No, he's
I'm-
taking lessons.
I know.
So
I know. I'm making jokes.
he. Yeah, look at that. Feet together. He's got a very definite routine. And then he will evaluate the shot, and his left leg comes out. He gets down on the shot, and he's locked in. Oh, wow.
Oh.
Well, you can see what I mean, right? He has a
All
definite
right.
routine, and it's working real well for him. And I think that is-
Holy hell! I thought this was over.
well, that explains.
And
I mean,
Mark seal the deal. Send it to the next game. Let's go.
oh, for sure, this is an opportunity for Mark. He's got to take advantage of it here because we can see. Oof, he hit that nicely. Really did a good job of controlling his cue ball, not going too far to the top side of the table. So he has a great opportunity on the 10.
Out, out,
Here
out.
we go.
Okay, it's not over yet, folks.
Not in the least.
I know Victor's probably like,
Well, like we say,
Shit.
you know, the toughest games to win in a race.
However,
are the first.
I've seen
and the
Mark be
last.
like shit a couple times.
Yeah.
And, hey, D2 Billiards. What you mean by that? Hey, Victor, how's your dad? But I also want to know, is he called Daddy Delaney? So please let us know what you mean by that. I'm stumped.
Okay.
Pressure is on. 8 to 10, race to 11, 500 in the middle. Both these guys freaking playing their heart out. And, you know, neither of them brought a person with them. They are just locked in that room. Not locked. We don't strap you in and put a chain on the door
Well.
or something like that.
Ooh,
But it is just them.
ooh,
It is,
ooh.
like playing on the stream is a little bit of a different pressure, right? And especially when you're one-on-one and just in the room
Well, if
with
you
your opponent, and there's no other people.
Well, if you can cut this one in and the cue ball doesn't hit the 2, have a great opportunity to shoot the 2 in the same pocket. So that's what he's looking at now. So we'll see, because yes, a little bit of
Alfie, yeah, heard about your dad.
just got to.
Give me the tea, girl. What did you hear about that, Dad? Tell
Other
me about
opportunity here.
tell me about that, Dad.
There's total. Lots of things can happen strange here, so I can totally understand why Victor is taking his time on this shot. Okay. He opted to run into the 2. Totally understandable.
A little bit hard
The good news here,
is
bank this 2 to the center of the left-hand short rail and let your cue ball run up towards the gray 6 and the 9 and the 8. A lot of good things can happen there. There's a lot of good blockers because going offensive here, trying to make, bank this 2 ball to the lower left. It could rattle. You could sell out. Okay. Smart. Very good. Love this. I think Mark has a 1 rail kick off the top rail. Just got to widen it out a little bit to hit that 2.
so, Alfie. I don't know, and just chat in general. I don't know if you have heard the latest thing of how your 2025 summer is going to go, but you're supposed to Google the top movie on your 9th birthday, which mine happened to be.
Back to the Future.
Nope. Kindergarten Cop.
What?
So, who is your daddy and what does he do? And no, I haven't seen Smoke Signals. Have I? I don't know. I'm the worst for remembering movies I've seen, unless it was very recently.
She's really good at remembering movies she hasn't seen.
I'm really good at remembering movies that Jesse hasn't seen because he hasn't seen shit, unless it's Princess Bride.
Or Fargo. Or The Big Lebowski.
I would say, or The Big Lebowski.
Shit, man. I get to be The Big Lebowski soon. All right. And so with this 2-ball, obviously you can just roll forward a little bit and shoot the 3 in the down on this bottom side. So Victor might recognize that. Biggest margin of error, yeah, just make the 3. You're going to have position on the 5. Got to get to the 6. It might pass the 9. But if you can make that 6,
Yeah,
after shooting the 5, there's a real good chance, like
3 to 5, 6. It's all a little bit tricky.
just tap this 3 in. You need enough angle on the 5, but not too much. Or, so cue ball placement, awesome. Did a great job, excellent. Just had to make the 3. But that would be the angle you would want on the 5 to get back over for the 6 leading to the 7, and there's your out.
No, Evan, I'm not a golfer.
Obviously,
I
you're
play
not a golfer.
freaking pool, man.
Ooh, okay. Played the cue ball super strong. So many chances for this 3 to get safe, and it did. So.
Or is that another line from this movie that I just don't get? All right.
She doesn't get it.
This
Clearly, you're not a golfer.
well, I'm clearly
What are you, a fucking park ranger now?
no, because there's no park rangers now.
Treats
Going for the jump.
women like treats objects like women, man. Ooh, where's the 3 ending up?
Honestly, in my little stat keeping tonight,
It,
the jumps have been pretty back and forth. Victor's had 6 jumps and Mark's had 5. So, they believe in each other hooked. Like the hookers they are.
so Victor's vector hasn't been significantly better than Mark's.
All right. But Mark, opportunity
Ooh,
here.
Spinning his ball all nice. Make this shot, swing it wide. Got
Tail spin
shape
it.
on this gray 6.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Overhit it just a hair.
6-10. Let's go.
What? No.
No,
Roll
I'm-
it. Play it safe all day long. Bounce and nice.
Ooh. That's a good safe.
You know why
mean,
it's a good safe is because when he kicks at this 6, he might disturb a bunch of stuff and
Exactly.
open things up.
And then we got a new game.
But opening things up makes things harder to hide behind. So how this kick turns out is going to mean everything.
Right. Because he can't kick soft. Because there's no rail if he kicks soft.
He could kick at a medium pace, like Goldilocks.
Or Adam Sandler.
Shampoo bottle.
Conditioner is better.
Kicky kick. Oh, how's it going to turn out? How's it going to... Oh, it's going to
Did he
fall.
call that in the sign? No, he did not. Damn, bro. Damn.
Make this 6. bounce out to center
There's
table.
no 6 on the table. There's a 7.
Turquoise 7.
The 6 just went down. Do you need the Mike D ball chart for your own fucking balls? I mean, freaking balls. Yes. Yes. Let's go, Mark. Seal this deal. You got 3 balls on the table.
Well, here's the tricky thing. You do a stop shot.
Redemption.
Then you got a tricky draw perfectly on the 9. All right.
Or you push forward and
No,
play
he's
it.
got the right angle. He can drift towards his bottom long rail. It's gonna be great.
Just make these shots, Mark. Let's go.
Don't let it get weird.
Let's go.
It got weird.
God.
Oh.
Sure. Sure. All right. Well, looks like Victor is going to finish out here.
Well, he gets it. And that last exchange, so what we saw here was Mark was up 7-5, and Victor came back and won 6 out of the last 7 racks.
Unfortunate for Mark because I feel like he should have had this should be Hill right now. With the closing, gotta close. However, what a fun match we had tonight.
It was really great.
Super
it was
rad.
really great. I liked the fact, I mean,
both
at
of
the
them
end of
were very exciting to watch in their own way.
Right.
Victor being like super deliberate, and Mark kind of having like an air about him. I really wanted to see Mark just hit his stride and start feeling it, because that's that Filipino style. When they're feeling it, they're twisting everything, they're hitting everything.
Well, I think the difference was, so Mark, his ability to make shots and hit balls is exquisite, but he's got so many complexities to the way he hits the ball that if he's not feeling it, he's way off. Whereas Victor, having obvious pre-shot routine, and that's giving him something to lean on.
Save that for the talking. I'm gonna go grab him. I thought that.
No, that's fine. Go grab him. Let's do it.
I do feel like, yeah.
Let's hear what they have to say, because
Can't wait.
Okay, so we were still on stream. We would love for thoughts and commentary. You first, if you want to.
all right. So we'll get them in here to see who wants to share their thoughts with how their match went. Can't wait to see it.
Mark, hang out real quick. Hop on in.
Oh, this is cool.
Hell yeah, it's cool. Welcome into the booth.
I like the setup. It's
Yeah,
really awesome.
congratulations on winning more games than Mark did to cement your win. How'd you feel going
thank you.
in? And how did it go throughout the match for you? And what did you notice was helping you and not helping Mark so much?
Yeah, neither of us could really get comfortable on the table or from the get-go. I think playing in front of an audience has a different level of pressure.
For sure.
As far as that goes, and the table was playing great, really, really great. I like the setup. It's very clean, and everything. I mean, I've played on new cloth before, and it doesn't feel skiddy. It feels like you can control the cue ball, especially off the rails. The rails are playing nice too. But it came down to just the mental aspect. When I started to get a little bit of a gear towards the second half, when Mark I think was up 7 and I was at 5, I was like, I got to kick this in to gear. I started thinking about things that, from the past, and I just kind of riled myself up a little bit. I'm like, focus, because I'm tired of being like nervous when I'm playing around. So that part I kind of got less nervous. I was starting to run some balls. But then once I missed that 9 ball, that was kind of cross corner, and it went in the pocket. I'm like, oh god, this guy's gonna get a comeback on me. I know I knew he was close. He was gonna get close. I didn't expect him to miss that other 9 ball towards the end, so I got fortunate.
Well, one of the things I noticed, one, you have taken lessons and Mark has not. So I think that showed up in the fact that you seemed to be a little bit more, you had a pre-shot routine that you adhered to when the pressure was on. We could see you lined up, your feet together, then you opened up your leg, get down on the shot. So I think you having something like that kind of routine to lie on when the pressure is on, whereas Mark seemed like when the pressure was on, he didn't have such a routine, and we can go back at it and see where, there's a shot that had he made it, it would have changed the situation. So that was one thing I noticed. But yeah, I definitely did notice you have a definite pre-shot routine. And yeah, at 7-5, you came back and won 6 out of the next 7 racks, whatever. So,
That's fire.
yeah.
Thank you.
Way to buckle down.
Right. And so that was one of the key differences we noticed in the way that played out.
Yeah. I definitely got some favorable rolls, especially with like the jump shots and things like that. And yeah, you're right as far as the pre-shot routine. I've been studying the system for like the last 2.5 years. I couldn't figure it out. It wasn't until like yesterday where I kind of had to just make it my own, and that's why I always stick with the pre-shot routine, because under pressure, if I don't, I can't play by feel. I have to play objectively. So that's why I try to do the same thing every single time, and just try to rely on that, because otherwise, other factors come into play.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Have you ever played on a stream before?
I have. I played on the Chinook Winds TV table a couple times, and the first one I got double dipped in good fashion. The second one I got double dipped as well, but I didn't handle myself properly. I wasn't mentally ready as far as that goes, and I hope tonight and in the future things go good, because I want to demonstrate to the pool community that I can handle myself under pressure.
Well, hey man,
performed well tonight.
Being able to handle yourself under pressure is a direct result of putting yourself in conditions where you are under pressure. So, man, I'm so glad you came out to play tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming
You
here.
have a lovely place and lovely setup. I definitely want to come back again.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We would love it if you would.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Well, let's see if Mark wants to get in here in the booth.
Sure.
If he does, awesome. If not, well.
He will.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Absolutely. No, thank you. And stay tuned. We have to get your picture in the chair, so don't leave just yet.
Okay,
Sounds good.
Hang out.
All right. Let's see if Mark wants to come in and share his thoughts. His shot thoughts.
Shot nuts?
Shot thoughts. Hopefully he does. We'd love to hear them.
Can we get you in here?
Hi guys.
Here you go.
Here.
How you guys doing?
Good. Doing well. Share with us your thoughts about the match. What was working for you? What wasn't? And how do you feel?
Victor did a really good job. First of all, I don't know. I feel like my Fargo was at 200. I didn't do very well, but I tried. Yeah.
Well, what I noticed about the way you hit the ball is, I think that you can hit the ball and accomplish anything you want to happen, as well as anybody could. That there was a bit of variation between your pre-shot routine. Sometimes you would shoot really quickly, and sometimes you would take your time. And so I'll be curious if you go back and if you see that as much as we did here in the booth. But I really loved your game, and I think that yes, you can stroke the ball as well as anybody could. You know, so I'm really glad to see the way you play.
Have you played on a stream before?
I have not. It's my first time. So
I
I was
was
a little
wondering.
anxious.
I
Yeah.
was
Oh, for
wondering
sure.
about
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Well, I mean, it's always great because you can go back and watch it and,
Right.
and kind of go, oh, whoa.
exactly.
You know.
Yeah. Yep. That's what I'm
But-
about to do tonight when I get home.
You were so close. I mean, that could have been a hill match.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys were going toe-to-toe until it was like 7-5, and then you came back and put a lot of games together. And one of the things we were noticing is under pressure, he's got a routine he leans on and goes to, where you got that variation between your pre-shot routine that he'd
Right.
not. And I think that might have been the key element here. But up to you. Go back, take a look,
I will.
see
Yeah.
what you think.
Oh, I will do that tonight when I get home.
Yeah.
Because I got a tail
But your
I
shot
thought-
making ability and your ability to move the ball, like, oh,
Yeah.
it's there. It's all just a matter of, you know, okay, you can do that shot 4 out of 10 times.
Right.
Can you do it 7 or 8
Right,
or 9
right.
out of 10 times? You know, because yes, obviously you know how to hit the ball and get it to move around, and you
Right.
can do whatever you want to.
Right. Right.
It's just a matter of percentages. So
I
yeah,
thought you were very exciting to watch.
Thank you.
I just wanted you to seal the deal a couple more times, right? You know,
Right.
but like you're very fun to watch, and you move the ball
Thank you.
like
Thank you.
really
Thank you.
excellent. And again, your stroke is on point, man. So
yeah, come back and play another
Oh, I
match.
will. Oh, I
Could've
will. I
gone
will.
either way.
I will.
But yeah, this is
Definitely.
But
this is
also,
really
what's going on with this hoodie?
Oh no, I got this from Ross.
Well, whatever. I like your message.
It's just
On
be
the
nice.
back is
Yeah.
Support your local
Yep.
planet.
Yep. That's right. Yeah.
wonderful.
about that.
Oh, it's so great. Yeah, come back and play again.
Oh, I will. Yes. Definitely.
Yeah,
I will.
if you've never done this before, I'm glad you took it on as a challenge.
You put
Come
yourself
back and
out
play
there,
again.
bro.
I was
You know,
very
'cause it-
excited. I was very excited to come and play.
Yeah.
Oh
It's
yeah,
my first
it's-
time on.
Well,
First time playing on
Awesome.
stream. So.
Oh well, it's a huge honor for us to be able to have that.
Right.
You know, where
Thank
you
you.
get to experience that.
Right.
So that's really cool for us.
All right. Thank you. Well, thank you for having me, guys. Thank
Yes,
you for
like,
having me.
anytime.
Could have gone
Thank
either
you.
way.
Come back
Yeah.
again.
Oh, I will. Yes.
Set up another match
Got
or
you, yes.
rewind this one. Whatever
Right.
you want to do, you're always welcome.
Okay.
You're a real fun player to watch.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes. I will.
All
Yeah.
right.
I will watch that. I will watch this stream tonight. So.
All right.
Just to-
Well,
Okay.
All right. All right, guys. Well, thank you for having us, and we'll see you guys hopefully next month or whenever.
Yeah,
Whenever
anytime
the
you
match-
want.
Right. Right.
Just
Okay.
reach out to us, and that
All
goes for all of you. Reach out if you want to play a match. Hit us up on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, whatever. Oh, you can go to our website, pnwpoolthing.com. We got a button you can click. Send us a message. We'd love to have you.
Thank
So
you, guys.
cool.
Thank you.
All
Thank you
right.
so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
And do you have any
oh yeah.
last parting
good.
thoughts?
Parting thoughts are what a great
Ooh.
match tonight, and tomorrow we turn 1-0.
Yeah, we turned 1 years old. So this will be our 61st match. Quite the lineup tomorrow. We're really looking forward to it. So please tune in and join us tomorrow.
Well, and yeah, thanks everybody for your love and support. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, come get your ass a match, come hang out, play some pool, and we'll see you tomorrow.
We surely will. We surely hope so. Until then, love
Cheers.
you all. Thanks for tuning in.